Welcome back to Midwest Battleground. I'm Emma, I'm here with Mochi, and we are going to be leading you through top 16. We got a lot of great sets planned for you. It looks like up first we're going to have AnthonyIsntCool versus Ice Knight, which we've had a lot of Ice Knight on stream. Always fun to watch, and Anthony, very talented player from Michigan too, so excited to get into this first set. Definitely a banger for winners quarters.
Oh yeah, I couldn't ask for a better set to start us off here. Names a little different, but they
That's okay.
are. Yeah,
we'll get it figured out.
If you don't know who these guys are just by looking at them, you haven't been to enough tournaments. So go to the next one, and you can see Ice Knight and AnthonyIsntCool in person, and that'll be fun.
Yeah, some of the best in the Midwest for sure. Anthony, very top rep from Michigan, and then Ice Knight from Chicago. Both have really good wins, really good placements at a lot of these big Midwest events too. So I think they've only played once, and Ice Knight took it over Anthony 3-1. It was at Smashworks last summer. So
yeah,
don't have a lot of experience against each other, but have been at a lot of the same tournaments. So it's actually very surprising that they've been able to dodge each other so much, because I feel like they're always at the same events.
Yeah, it's weird. Like you get these high level players that are this good and that are at a lot of the same events, like both being from the Midwest and only have one recorded set.
Yeah.
Like, how does that even happen?
And a lot of the same majors too, because I was looking at their placements, and they've been at the same majors but not interacted, which is probably good, because I feel like they're from similar-ish regions from being the Midwest, but still even just one set is very odd. But now we're adding to it. Now we have one more, so maybe Ice Knight can, or Anthony can like tie up the set count now, or if Ice Knight's going to be continuing in his trend.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Greninja, Cloud. I would think it's a little hard for Cloud, as good as he is in these matchups. Greninja is super low to the ground. We all know this, and has that really explosive capability to take Cloud off stage and just keep him off there.
Yeah, for sure. And that's a big thing that we saw in the Ice Knight sets earlier. He played against Noodle, and then he also played against a Snake player, and he's just so aggressive off stage. He's very comfortable with just running out there, throwing out the back airs, and just using the Hydro Pump too to try to catch you out there and gimp you. And Cloud, very gimpable. He does have the limit that he's able to use to charge up his up B, but even then, it's just oh. Okay, well, we went to the home screen, so oops. Okay, they're figuring out what they want to do, but yeah.
Sitting
anyway,
on the home screen, it looks like so. All right, I think that one of them, well, the screen went black, so someone probably instinctively went to the home screen.
Yeah, they're just going to reset, which is fine.
Okay. Ah, yes. Getting
that
limit.
That makes sense, yeah, because the limit has a timer on it, so he's letting him recharge the limit, and now they're just going to reset. Yeah, just a simple accident there, but the big things to watch out for with Ice Knight is he's really aggressive off stage. He's looking for a lot of these combos out of down tilt and dash attack, and then on the platforms, he's so good at tech chases with up smash. So especially around this percent, if he gets a drag down onto the platform, you have to watch out for that up smash. He's going to be playing pretty aggressive with these landing aerials, especially that landing there, to try to get some confirms.
Absolutely, and we are seeing a very even match, and we've already seen a few times Anthony having to switch up and be creative with his recovery options. Ooh. But nice PGA swing on that up smash, getting that first stock taken care of. Ice Knight kind of at a bit of a deficit, but getting off stage again. Anthony with limit, able to get back to the stage easily.
Yeah, that's a big thing, is we're seeing these landing aerials from Ice Knight. In the previous sets, we did see that he was mixing in some empty lands and then into that down tilt to try to get confirms, and that's going to be really helpful at this percent. But I love that there, just these anti-airs from AnthonyIsntCool, using that up smash to take the first stock, using that limit side B again to catch the landing too. The landing hitboxes are really strong for Ice Knight, but when you have such strong tools on Cloud, such as that, it's just really hard to deal with. He's stuffing him out for running in and trying to land on his shield, and you just cannot do that against Cloud. Okay, but finally finding that first stock there. Nice confirm into the up smash for Ice Knight, but still has a whole mountain to climb in front of him.
Yeah, it's not totally undoable. Yeah, it's like a full stock, really hard to do, but if Ice Knight has made these comebacks before, has to just play a little bit more elusive, get around those starter options that Anthony's throwing out, like those up Bs, down tilts, and the like.
Yeah, I do like that up B out of shield. That is a strong option for Cloud, but you do have to be careful if Ice Knight is kind of poking on your shield and it's not going to hit. That's a great opportunity. Ice Knight can really capitalize off of that and string some up airs together for a lot of percent too. But getting back to the ledge is always a problem as Cloud, but really nice recovery there, using the air dodge to get back. But now, again, Ice Knight calling out the air dodge with the back air.
Wow.
Just the fact that he's able to get back to the ledge in these situations just really shows how strong AnthonyIsntCool with this Cloud, just knowing what Ice Knight's looking for and just finds that up smash in center stage too. But being able to hold on to that stock for as long as he did while he was off stage is just really strong there from Anthony.
Yeah, and all that time that he was off stage, he was also slowly racking up that damage. So that full stock lead that Ice Knight was down, like he just made that back just by Anthony being off stage. So now right back in it, that cross slash not super nice for Ice Knight, taking another one, looking a little grim in this first game.
Yeah, back air going to be a great wall-off tool there for Anthony, too. So you have to be careful jumping here at the ledge, but I like that Ice Knight's just saying super grounded. I like that call-out from Anthony, but it's not going to work out. But just one gip here for Ice Knight could make him win this game. So that's like the important thing is being on the same stock, but now you're at 151. Dash attack is a problem. He has limit, too, so you have to worry about all of his specials, but luckily did not outlast the ledge hang invincibility there, so not going to get hit with that side B, but that dash attack just going to clear the floor and get AnthonyIsntCool this first game.
Like, you could see how scared Ice Knight was playing in those last moments. Like, and I get it. Like, how do you get in on Cloud that's just one hit away, like one breath away from killing Greninja with the dash attack being the one to seal it out. But still, Ice Knight was able to get that damage in a consistent way, kept Anthony off stage. When he consistently, it just wasn't able to seal out the stocks in that edge guarding way, and allowing Anthony back on stage was ultimately the end of that first game. Now heading into game 2, it does look like they are on PS2. We are currently not seeing that, but they are playing the game early on.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Like, Ice Knight was able to get Anthony off stage, but Anthony was always able to make it back to the ledge. And if he were to be able to find those stocks like that, perfectly timed back air, but yeah, just perfectly gets the limit in time to get back to the ledge. Just being able to capitalize off of those off-stage interactions. Love that combo attempt that we were seeing there from Ice Knight too, but Anthony just barely able to get out of it. But Ice Knight's done a great job of racking up the percent, kind of tying this up, but you do have to be careful about those call-out up smashes that Anthony is throwing out as an anti-air and just to stuff out your dashes in.
Yeah, and I am noticing that Anthony is kind of swinging a lot out of disadvantage, and like it would very good, like noticing the swing and then taking advantage down tilt up smash, sealing out the first stock. And if Ice Knight starts to notice those swings at a disadvantage, it could just lead to those massive punishes that Ice Knight and Greninja are known for.
For sure, and I love that we're seeing a lot of like landing back air from Anthony, so Ice Knight fires back by using a rising back air to stuff him out. You're waiting for him to jump, and then he's going to throw out that hitbox, but if you throw out the hitbox first, then you're going to win that interaction, and that's a great way to push Anthony off stage.
Yeah, see, just another one. That was like the second or third up air out of disadvantage from Anthony.
Yeah, just clearing the floor with the dash attack, not going to kill there. But now this is like a tricky ledge situation. Uses the get-up attack there. I think typically we've seen him using the neutral get-up, but that get-up attack is exactly what Anthony was looking for, and great stuff there. Still at 78%, so if we start seeing like the dash attack into up smash again, it could be a problem, or the down tilt into up smash rather.
And he is at that percent. I just got to get back to the middle of the stage. Unfortunately, being put back off stage. Got the jump and the air dodge. Anthony is so good at edge guarding. Might as well change the tag.
Yeah, I mean, like the recoveries that we're seeing, those air dodges are always perfectly timed, and Ice Knight is not afraid to go off stage, but nice combo there. Not going to kill, still at 149. Up air, just this juggling game could be really beneficial against a different character, but we've seen that Anthony is just so comfortable throwing out these aerials, firing back and reversing the situation. Now he has limit too, and jumping out of that situation too. This is just really hard for Ice Knight to try to find this kill. Yeah,
he's at that high percent where everything is going to kill, but it's also super telegraphed of what you want, and getting the limit, neutral B, and now Anthony can kind of push the advantage. Unfortunately, missing that cross slash start up at the blast, so not going to get anything, but my goodness, down tilt to F forward air, finally. Even stocks.
Yeah, confirming out of the double jump there, which is crazy. But I do like that we're seeing a lot of mix-up in the way that we're trying to land. It can be pretty hard to land against Greninja, but we see that Anthony's using like the B reverse side B in order to stall in the air and just kind of give himself some extra time. Do love that up B at the ledge too, but that get-up attack is going to cost him, sending him right back off stage. And this is tricky. Again, just the timing on our recoveries from Anthony are so strong.
That was such a strong forward air. I'm honestly a little surprised it didn't take the stock.
Oh, but that ledge trump attempt is going to cost him. Now he's back at the ledge again. Clears it with the dash attack to send Anthony off stage, but great timing on the spot dodge. Still just kind of scrambling, trying to find a kill here. Oh, but didn't pull the trigger on like the up smash, but will pull the trigger there.
I was gonna like knock him for like not like you said, not pulling the trigger on that up smash, but it like that nair covered almost every other option on that ledge, and then it just led to the up smash anyway. So like, congrats. I'll give you your flowers now, Ice Knight.
Yeah, that was really strong there from Ice Knight. But again, the recoveries from Anthony are just still really impressive in that situation. There were so many times where it felt like he should have died and was just able to use the up B to protect himself, or being able to air dodge to the ledge at the perfect time too. Because Ice Knight is consistently running out there with that back air, but very rarely are we seeing Anthony get hit by it.
Yeah, and then flying right into game 3 onto small battlefield. And hope to see Ice Knight use those platforms to his advantage and continue to do so, because that was kind of nice, and I want to see more.
Okay, there's that call out with the back air once again. Giannis just really good at catching these jumps from Anthony, so Anthony has to play a lot more grounded, but that's exactly where Greninja wants you. He's getting those dash attacks and the down tilts for the combos. And now we're seeing that Ice Knight is disengaging a little bit, but that call out with the side B, very clutch for Anthony once again.
It looks like Ice Knight is continuously trying to grab him and throw him off stage.
Ooh.
Wow. Oh!
Okay, he keeps it going.
Nice coverage.
Yeah, that was so strong from Anthony. I love that they're just choosing to hold on to the ledge rather than covering on stage like he has been consistently. We're not really seeing him go off stage, but that was great timing on that down air. And very clean gameplay, but now you have to get back to the ledge. Has the limit, which will be clutch too. Oh my gosh, okay.
Such little lag to get that down tilt out after the up B, and now pushing advantage more, 44%. Ice Knight, dash out, dash in. What you gonna do? He's not grabbing, so like Anthony's just keen to sit and shield.
I do like the DI out there from Ice Knight too, avoiding the double fair there from Anthony. It feels like Anthony has a lot of momentum right now. He's definitely in the driver's seat, and Ice Knight seemed a little frazzled, so now he's disengaging a little bit more, just trying to find this confirm out of dash attack. Gets the drag down, but wasn't ready for it. Gonna see the down throw descend up, but still just falls out of the back air and just not able to find the stock yet.
Yeah, it's nice. Okay, one thing like that I'm loving from Ice Knight in this set, he is just swinging. Like, he has been doing a lot of stuff that could result in him losing stocks, but it would for sure take Anthony's stocks if he were to hit them, and that time it does land. And those like calculated risks are what make Greninja so scary and dangerous.
For sure. And I love that patience there from Ice Knight too. We saw that he was going for the down throw into back air, but recognizing that the up air would lead to the stock, so just waiting, trying to catch Anthony's landing. Yeah, and just not able to hold on to that. So Anthony up pretty much a whole stock here, and limit is also online now. So this could be a little scary for Ice Knight, but he's choosing to go in swinging. Tries to cover this landing, but just wasn't ready with that nair. Okay, but I like the way he's setting up. I love whenever he does that like water shuriken at the ledge to try to set up for the back air to catch the recovery from Anthony. He's trying to catch that up B straight to the ledge.
Yeah, it's very like, it's like shades of Diddy Kong to throw the banana the opposite way to set up for the back air. But hey, that one sets up for the down tilt to up smash yet again for Ice Knight. Now like that lead disappeared.
Yeah. Ice Knight's playing very clutch right now. We did see that he was like getting a little bit more frazzled, but I think that he's slowed it down a lot more, and now he's playing very clean. But Anthony firing back with a lot of damage as well. Yeah, and just the fact that Ice Knight is able to just disengage and wait for Anthony to throw something out first is working out really well for him, but whiffing that grab, and it's going to cost him some extra damage. Anthony has limit too, so you have to be careful about how you're landing. Don't want to land into a finishing touch. Don't want to have to worry about that limit cross slash either.
Yeah, Anthony's gonna be looking for any time to whiff punish these ledge options. Absolutely, dropping the shield. That's just the wrong moment. Able to live and get rid of Anthony's limit. Yes, it was a scary kill screen. You gotta get rid of that in your mind, and you gotta like lock back in, get that forward air to F tilt, and now you are in the lead, in the driver's seat on this ledge.
Oh my gosh, the aggression on that F tilt too, just running up. Luckily, Ice Knight was shielding, but you have to worry about these back airs too. Gets the tech chase with the up smash. Great stuff to Ice Knight.
It's patience is key.
So many times from him in bracket. I think that was also the case earlier where he's like down a whole stock and he's just able to clutch up and find those confirms. He's able to slow down the pace. He's able to hit his combos, continue these ledge sequences. Just, I feel like Ice Knight is so good at those stressful situations where a lot of other players would crack.
Yeah, it's the poise to be able to acknowledge a deficit and be like, I could overcome this. I'm simply better.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, and game 4, straight back to small battlefield. I think both these characters benefit a lot from them. Not using the platforms too much. The platforms really only came like really into the game in that last moment where he was forced into a tech situation and called it out with the up smash.
Yeah, they're not really using the platforms to land either because of situations like this. This pressure that we're seeing from Anthony, just being able to throw those up airs out over and over again, and I think Greninja would be able to do the same thing. So it's kind of in the benefit of both of them to avoid the platforms and just play on center stage, grounded instead, or playing off stage, which has been a lot of Ice Knight's game plan, but we're seeing that here now too. Uses that shuriken, but I love that aggressive fair from Anthony, and not able to get the punish with the down smash either.
That's got such surprisingly little end lag, that up B.
It definitely does, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I can down smash this.
Ooh,
Somehow
girl.
you can't.
Okay. That's so scary there for Ice Knight. He's definitely expecting the panic roll Anthony this, so that's why he's throwing out the up smash, but still both of them just holding on to this stock.
Yo, cross him up.
Really good stuff there from Ice Knight, but now you're on the platform. Okay, just trying to disengage from Anthony. Have to worry about that burst option in the dash attack and the up B as well. But now we're getting some nice damage here for Ice Knight. Tries to cover the landing with the grab, but just pulls the trigger a little too quickly. And yeah, I love that he just runs away, disengages, goes to the other side of the stage because he knows that Anthony wants that dash attack.
Yeah, and it's fine. Like, you got a decent lead. You're okay to concede stage control just a little bit. I love the attempt on the pivot grab because we haven't really seen it up to this point, and it is such a good tool, much like that dash attack covering Ice Knight holding the ledge just a little bit too long.
Okay, but now you have to land against Greninja, and Ice Knight is so good at finding these up airs. Okay.
The very edge of that nair.
Ooh, okay. That was a little scary there. If we saw a roll in, that could have been the end of Anthony's stock, but still holding on. Doing a good job of like doing the same thing that Ice Knight was doing in the previous game, where he's holding onto this stock, racking up a lot of damage. We're seeing that Ice Knight's swinging a lot, and I think that Anthony's playing a lot more defensive, and it's really working.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not going to give you an opening. I'm cool to just chip away at this lead, and it's now within 50%, but hey, no, that 50% turned into a whole new stock. So that forward air, sealing it out. We got one stock away for Ice Knight to move on to winners semis. Anthony, you got to come back in you. Now's the perfect time.
Yeah, Ice Knight definitely defending his homeland in Chicago right now, but Anthony is still in this 125. That's very much kill percent when you're up against Cloud. That back air not going to do it, but an up smash certainly will, and a dash attack at the ledge like we saw on a previous stock. That's so scary going for that get up attack. He's done that before, and it cost him in a previous game. So I think that Anthony is purposely staying outside of the range of the get up attack. I don't think that that's what we want to be going for when we're at kill percent.
Yeah, yeah, and finally one of the buttons hit. I feel like Anthony feels kind of panicky at the moment, like just throwing out as many options as possible, hoping that one of them is going to connect, and Ice Knight keeping the poise, starting the combo with the forward air into an up air, continuing the combo back air. Yeah, how long can you keep him off stage? Make him use that limit, keep this advantage going. Ice Knight playing super well.
Okay, but this is an opportunity. That little delay on the up air costs Ice Knight 56%, calls out the landing there with the up smash though, and he wants him to do it again, but Anthony retreating to the platform instead. This is so scary for Anthony. Potentially his last winner's stock if he's not able to clutch this up, but limit is close. He just needs to be able to hold on to this for a little bit longer, but again, Ice Knight just really strong off stage too. Anthony makes it back, but now he's just trying to find this up air to set it into something, finds the fair instead, and you have to call out this landing. That up air almost calling it there.
Oh, such a scary up air out of nowhere, missing the limit. Neutral B. Now, like jumping around this platform, Ice Knight, if you got anything, holding out shield is probably not in your best interest, but the forward air from the down tilt into the corner and sending Ice Knight to winners semis over AnthonyIsntCool. Barely an upset, but an upset nonetheless. 3-1 Ice Knight.
That's actually a big upset with AnthonyIsntCool being the 2nd seed and Ice Knight only being the 7th seed. So really good stuff to Ice Knight. I think that Anthony was definitely clawing it back in that last scenario, and I think if that up air would have killed, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Anthony take the set, because the momentum was definitely in his favor towards the end of that game. But the fact that Ice Knight is just able to stay so composed in those moments and be able to like not stress is really such a strong like tool to have as a player, and he's been showcasing it this entire bracket, and it's hopefully going to pay off for him later in bracket as well.
Absolutely, and that up air was such a jump scare up air, like like kill sparks for sure. I'm like, yeah, if you DI that wrong like at all, if Ice Knight was like coming like from the other direction and was just happened to be holding in, like that's your stock and we're going to a game 5. But was in the right position, DIing correctly, and able to seal out 3-1 fashion. That's a very dominant win. Only dropping one game and had that Cloud like pretty figured out.
Yeah, that matchup seems hard for Cloud, I'm not going to lie, just because of, like we said, like Cloud loves his landing aerials, his landing back air, and when you're playing against a character like Greninja that is dashing constantly and has a very low dash at that too, it can be really hard to find those hits that you really need. And then also when you're off stage, you're playing like chance time, just trying to make it back, but we saw that like Anthony has really good luck if it's chance time because he so consistently was air dodging to the ledge at the perfect time. It's very clear that like he is a Cloud expert and it does not get gimped very often, and so we saw that Ice Knight was more relying on like getting those confirms into fair to take stocks or finding the up smashes as well. But yeah, very enjoyable set to watch, and that's definitely not going to be the last of what we see of AnthonyIsntCool. But now we have Sir Dank versus Dice coming up on stream instead. Sir Dank going to be a Chicago Captain Falcon, and then Dice going to be a Falco from Michigan. Captain Falco. I almost said that. I'm like, man.
Captain Falco. I mean, it's just like, it happens. There's so many characters. There's like Captain Falcon, and well, there's like 2-3 Captain Falcons in Chicago alone, and then there's a few Falcos, I think, in.
They should have given
Oh my God,
a
there's
different
like
bird name.
there's like-
Captain Raven.
There's like 3 Falcos here, like today.
Yeah.
Like there's like Dice right in front of us, and then you can see Eclipse behind Dice. There he is, and Cypher's also here, and like on the other end, like Sir Dank has Arctis and. Like those guys just go like at it all the time. This is an explosive matchup, and I cannot wait to watch it. I love that. I love both these characters.
Yeah, it's going to be explosive for sure. They're just going to be a lot of stocks taken very quickly. Both of these players play very fast, and then also both characters have a lot of kill power too. We're going to see a lot of combos. Dice Spice, love it. I think he's been running that tag for like forever, but that's iconic.
Still good. That's so good.
Iconic.
Yeah, and I think Danks is something like, I don't know, like probably something corny.
Die Spice?
Die Trying.
Oh, Die Trying. Dang.
Honestly, kind of hard.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. I take it back. It's not corny. He doesn't have the propeller add-on today. He ain't corny. He's locked.
I personally like the cowboy hat more.
I like the cowboy
The,
hat.
green cowboy hat.
It is sick. Have you seen his like normal baseball cap with Sir Dank on the side of it? It's like a custom Sir Dank baseball cap. It is sick. Like, he is pretty drip. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, pretty dripped out today. Like no hat, just like rocking the Captain Falcon headphones, UGS zip up, and the sunglasses and the zip.
Okay.
Okay, Dank.
And the headphones kind of match the sunglasses too. Unless I'm blind. Oh. Okay.
This just made my day. I love Pit.
Okay,
I
was
love
gonna say,
Pit.
you a Pit fan?
Yeah.
Somebody's got to be. I'm just kidding.
I'm repping the illiterate fam.
I'm illiterate too.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Okay, so this is going to be very different from what I was expecting because I feel like Falcon. It makes sense that he's going Pit. I feel like Falcon would kind of struggle with a character like Falco. It's also going to make it a lot easier to commentate too because I'm not going to be saying Falcon and Falco.
Yeah, that's true. We would have messed that up a lot. Still might. Who knows? I kind of still sometimes do. But this matchup, I feel like it's just easier like covering ledge options as Pit for Falco. Like the down air covers the up B, and there's also the arrows to get rid of the side B recoveries.
Yeah.
The problem is this. Pit's disadvantage is garbage.
But you also have the multiple jumps too, so I feel like you're able to mix up how you're like approaching and landing a lot better too because you do have that mix up. Falco's going to be like throwing out a move and you can just jump over it and then get the punish as well. I think like so much of these characters' game plans relies on their multi-hits, so we're going to be seeing a lot of like nair from Pit, forward air as well, and then we're going to be seeing a lot of like the fair to space from Falco and using a lot of like nair as well. But yeah, getting off of the ledge against Falco just seems really hard because Pit is a character that relies so much on jumping, and having that up tilt for an anti-air as Falco seems really hard to deal with.
Yeah, Pit's one of those characters. He's like the character if you want to test a combo out on a midweight, it's Pit.
Okay, I like the use of the up smash there too. I feel like that's going to be really clutch for calling out a lot of the landings that Dice is going to have too, because he's spending so much time in the air that you need to be able to catch his landings. But here's some big damage here, 53 off of that one combo. But I do like the way that we're using the down B to kind of stall in the air, kind of like you would see with like a side magnet, or like we were seeing with Limit Cross Slash in the last game too. Just being able to just stall for that 1 second can mess up their advantage. But
Yeah.
pretty even, like literally even percent right now.
And it is a nice, you know, screw you button to like
Yeah.
laser and down B, and it also has like some cheeky stuff on the ledge in like with side B if you try to like side B onto the stage.
I do like that we're seeing that down tilt from Pit as well to kind of hang out underneath Dice's forward air. But again, another call out with that up smash. I think that's going to be a big problem for Dice is he cannot just jump into Pit at kill percent.
Yeah, that is a great point.
Okay, how do you get out of the ledge here? Not like that.
Nah, you just don't. The best way to reset neutral is to lose your stock. Prove me wrong.
You know, you have invincibility. Maybe you're onto something. Okay, big damage here. Up tilt, up air, but not going to get anything off of that. But now Dice has stage control. He's able to wall out with this fair once again. And we've seen that Pit is kind of struggling with getting off of the ledge. Sees the drag down there. I don't think that Dice would have been able to find a follow-up off of that anyway. Gets the down air. No tech on the stage either, so that could have been dangerous if Dice was ready for the follow-up with maybe a back air or something. But Dice just really in control here.
Yeah, that's nice.
Great DI out there from Sir Dank, though. Potential damage here. Ooh, yes, overcommits with that fair, just not able to. I think using the up air is going to be really strong against landing Falco, too. We saw that earlier. But now tied percents. It felt like Dice really had control of everything just because of like the way that he was using the ledge. But now I think that just the damage output of both of these characters seems to be pretty similar, that they're just going back and forth. That was insane.
That's unfair. Someone needs to pass that out of the game immediately.
Dang.
I'm in shock. There were like 3 things at the end of that match that I like want to talk about.
Okay,
that
go for it.
side B was, I don't know why that didn't work.
Yeah.
I don't know why he just like went through. Was that up smash that?
I think so.
That like. Okay, someone smarter than me is gonna have to like tell me why that happened, because that looked like the perfect call off for Sir Dank. But anyway, like. Yeah, he switched to the Captain Falcon. It was a good idea to use the Pit to snuff out Falco's aggressive approach options from above with the up tilt and the up air and the up smash, but just unable to seal out the stocks with the efficiency that Captain Falcon has.
Yeah, definitely makes sense. I think like with the recoveries, Falco does have a lot of tools to like kill Falco at the ledge. I think that Falco really struggles with approaching too. But I don't think that's going to be a problem in this matchup because Falcon is just a character that is constantly playing rushdown. He doesn't have any projectiles to throw at you, so you're going to have that laser that you can use to shoot him to add some extra percent as well. And he's going to kind of struggle in these air-to-air situations where we're seeing that Falco can just use that fair to wall out against you. Falcon doesn't really have a great answer to that, but his like capitalization off of punishes is going to be crazy with so much percent, and he has so much kill power too. But yeah, you're gonna have to accept that you're gonna be in the blender for a little bit, and you just have to find your one hit and get the kill off of it.
For sure, and Captain Falcon also has an up smash that can snuff out aggressive approaches from the top, and also has much more consistent kill confirms with the Nair 1 and anything else. And like, but right now trying to find a way to not lose your stock in a silly way. Down tilt probably is the way to go for Dice, but unable to get that up B to take a stock from all the way across the stage. Tried again, it didn't work the first time, and not gonna work the second time. Yeah,
seeing a lot of aggression at the ledge there from Dice, first trying to use the fair to get back onto stage, and then using the get up attack too. And so that's the type of opportunities that Dank needs to find those stocks. I think even if we saw like a down tilt, just to kick Dice back off stage if he tries to go for those aggressive fairs again. But now we're seeing F throw, and Dank definitely. Oh, okay, so he tried to do the down tilt there, but the side B actually beating that. So I think it's important to recognize, like, is Dice going to go for the fair, or is he going to go for the side B? Because that actually worked out really well in Dice's favor.
Yeah, absolutely. And mixing up the timings of it all is going to be... Ooh.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Okay.
Just air dodging onto the platform there, trying to get out of that combo, but not able to confirm into the up smash. And now you're stuck at the ledge. Uses the Falcon kick to get out of there, though. Just having that burst option. Yeah, and Firebird just not going to make it back from that distance. Unfortunate air dodge there, but Dice definitely still in this. Just needs to find one combo. I'm seeing a lot of the up B from Dank, too, but I think it's only worked one time, and even then it didn't kill. So I feel like when you're doing that, you're just putting yourself in free fall, and that's a lot of extra damage that Dice can do. I don't know that I agree with that decision.
Honestly, that's just a Sir Dank thing.
Okay.
It's
go off.
It's
slay.
Honestly, and I honestly respect it, because up B is a weirdly tough move to punish. Like, it puts you into this, he has so much aerial drift.
Yeah, he can like mix you up really easily with it.
And it does so much damage at ledge, and it's such a good ledge option. If you're just holding shield, then you might as well. But up tilt, still gonna take the stock. Dice looking a little weak on this last stock, but
Yeah, now you have to get, really good stuff there to Sir Dank, recognizing in that situation that Dice was not going to be in a position where he could use the side B into him. He didn't have the distance for it, so he had to use the side B to get to the ledge instead, and that's when you want to go for that down tilt.
Yeah, and it's better to try to mix up his timing with the side B and the down tilt than to just run your luck that he can miss a down air on the save recovery.
Yeah, and you have to kind of recover high as Dice, because as soon as you go for those low Firebirds, Dank's going to run off stage and just stomp you. So you have to be really careful with the way that you're recovering, because like Falcon doesn't really seem like the type of character that wants to be off stage, but as soon as you have a move like Firebird that has so much startup, that's when he's going to go in and just take your stock. It doesn't matter if you're at 20 or if you're at 120.
Yeah.
Dank is really good at finding those offstage opportunities as well.
Yeah, and like, even if he is at that low percent, like 20 or something, like, oh man, are we already going to the next? Is that the next game?
Oh yeah, they're on the next game.
Oh, we're going to the next game already, man. They don't give us any time between these games.
No, they're fast moving in game and fast moving in between games too.
I've been seeing like Dice's conversions off of down airs all day have been so smooth. I've loved seeing them.
Okay. Yeah, and I love that he like did that double jump above the ledge and then still continued to go back to the ledge, just trying to stay away from a lot of these strong moves that Sir Dank is going to have at the ledge with that down tilt, with the up tilt too, which we haven't really seen yet, and then also with the stomp if Dank does get an opportunity. And that's the exact spacing that you have to watch out for there, with that side B confirming into back air at certain percents.
Yep, nice. Make sure you line it up and then get the down tilt. Perfect. Like, it mixes you up. It's really like a confusing move. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Ooh, Falcon kick with the burst option there and goes off stage. That's the first time we've seen that, but that could have been scary, especially when you're at 12% if that didn't work out for Dank, but still just makes it back to center stage and desperately looking for this up smash, using the up B to send off stage instead. And F tilt actually almost taking it there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like as soon as you have to use that Firebird, Dank is just ready for it.
I wouldn't be surprised if you could do that with his eyes closed, with the amount of times that he's likely played Falco.
Yeah, that's true, because he will have a lot of like the matchup experience with a lot of the Falcos in the Midwest. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I mean, and Captain Falcon's up B is pretty telegraphed as well, but it's a lot harder to hit those spike hitboxes.
Okay, covering our landing here from Dice with that down air a lot too. Nice confirm there to send Falcon off stage. But now Dank just taking his time at the ledge. That down tilt not going to work out for Dice to catch the ledge hang. But
I'm honestly surprised he didn't hit. Where are you rolling to, man?
Okay. Yeah, these are like scary because we're seeing that Dank is setting up for that down tilt, but as soon as Dice is able to roll past him, now you're in a really scary situation.
And it doesn't seem like he has like any of those really great options to punish Dank from just being more patient on the ledge. He's just kind of holding stage control and hoping that he messes something up.
Like, obviously that didn't take a stock, but that was so clean. I love the way that he just jumped over his shield and then turned around and used the multi-jab. But both of them just barely holding on to these stocks. Nice air dodge back to the ledge there as well from Dice. I think if he had to use that up B, it would have been curtains for the stock.
He's done that. He's done it twice. Yeah, up throw. There you go. A bit of a DI mix-up. I mean, you're at 170 post-hit, so it's a little tough either way. And that side B's not setting at the angle that he wants to, but the side B for Falcon, getting a bit of a combo starter, not doing what he wants.
Okay. Yeah, but Dank just doing really well in these situations where he's getting hit with like the down air and not panicking. Down tilt will definitely take it at that percent though. Yeah, so I think that Sir Dank is just doing a really good job of not giving Dice the air dodges that he wants. A lot of the time he's like double jumping and then like retreating to the other side of the stage using the platforms. Oh my gosh.
That's the scariest move to like almost get hit by. That's such a huge scoop. Gets another grab on the platform. Back air, not the up air. Going for the damage instead of the up air continuation. 4%, never mind, bigger now.
Okay. And this is only game 3, but it feels like such an important game because whoever wins this game, if we go to a game 5, is going to have stage counterpick. So this is so stressful. Everybody, we have like all of Michigan and also all of Chicago, and not like that, not even with the kill screen.
The immediate dash attack. That is such a tough, such a tough one to DI, and it's such a good option to just straight out of shield do the quick input for the dash attack, and now forcing a game 4 and putting Dice on the back foot in being down 2-1.
Yeah, we really haven't seen a lot of the dash attack from Dank either, so I think that was a really good mix-up for him, especially at that kill percent. So going into this game 4, we're going to be sticking with the Falcon. I definitely agree with that. The pit honestly did fine, but it feels like Dank is just much more comfortable in this matchup with Falcon.
Yeah, it's something like, why would I play pit when his kill options don't work? Falcon's kill options work. Like, I might be giving up stuff in like off stage and disadvantage, but if the kill options work and I'm good at hitting those, but never mind, Dice is just not letting himself get hit until that F tilt, but Dice was in that first stock cooking.
Yeah, and good awareness there from Dank as well to recognize that last hit of Falco Fair, not getting hit by it, shielding the entire thing, and then getting the punish.
I was expecting a drag down on that forward air, but...
Okay, multi-jab going to send off stage, and then there's that jump to the ledge again, but jumping out of that back air, not having to worry about that. Oh, but the raw knee, just calling it out with the salute as well. Crazy stuff from Dank. That's the first knee we've seen, first knee attempt we've seen all set, and it hits, so...
That like thought was put into my brain, but up air, sealing it up, evening things up so quickly for Dice. I was just thinking, I'm like, you know, we haven't seen forward air.
Yeah.
Ah, there's a raw one. Cool. I don't think that'll be the last.
Yeah. No, it's like such a cool way to call things out too, because we see that so often that a lot of these players are like jumping towards the ledge because they know that once they get the opportunity to get those spikes, especially on characters like Falcon and Falco, that they very rarely drop that. So you're recovering high a lot, but just the call outs with, we've seen Dice use back air a lot, but the knee from Falcon is also a very strong option.
Yeah. That up B is going to be a get out of jail free card for any of those shield situations, and the up smash is going to punish those aerial assaults from Falco in the most devastating way. Dank looking to seal this out, getting a big advantage state off that angel platform. Back air, no sir.
I do like that we're seeing a lot more up air from Dank as well. It seems like it's going to be a really good tool for those air-to-air situations. Maybe not against the fair, but just scooping Falco out of the air when he's jumping. But yeah, that air dodge just not going to have the range that Dank needed it to. 59% on Dice, and just magnet hands on that up B, using the multi-jab to send him off stage and add some extra damage as well. Okay, using that side B once again, but Dank trying to cover the landing, tries to use the down air, but doesn't work out. And up B again, just now they're hitting. They weren't hitting in the first game, but now they're hitting, and it is causing so much damage.
1, 2, 3.
Gentlemen. Wow.
1, 2, 3, send him to losers. It's like that quick 3 jabs. And once Dank realized that the up Bs are just free and open for business, that's all he was doing. Like any of those situations, hit the shield, up B. Unsafe move, up B. Like you're kind of in distance, up B. Like it's a move that Dank has like kind of pioneered in the Falcon meta, and it's put to great use in that.
Yeah, I'm glad that he had faith in his Falcon after that game 1. He's like, you know what? Actually, I want to play this matchup. And he did such a phenomenal job of holding onto his stock off stage, because I feel like that can be very scary as a character like Falcon. He's very susceptible to getting gimped. But I think that in neutral, they were pretty evenly matched. And I think those up Bs hitting towards the end were very clutch for Dank. So really good stuff to that. He's going to be moving on into bracket. We're going to have Ice Knight and Suspect, and then also Rob versus Dank later. So...
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know what we're gonna have next, but Falcon is just one of those characters, man. It's like, and also when you come to Chicago, it's like you have those 2 Falcons. You have Arctis and you have Sir Dank, and they could not play the character more differently. Yeah. Like Sir Dank is like, if it's cool and it's silly, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. And Arctis is just kind of like steamroll, very technical and very like combo heavy. And those the differences in that is just so insane to see.
I'll let you take this one, because I don't...
Wall purges.
I'm bad at pronouncing things.
Wall purges. You know, I can read through that font.
That's a final boss.
West Michigan Regional, devised by Lilac Cages and Scrubbed Out. Shout out. Deuce into our right. And yeah, Kalamazoo Expo Center. You know, you can go to the start.gg says wall purges. You don't need me to read to you, so I'll let you all handle the rest on start.gg.
I'll let you handle this one, too. I'll do
cool. Breach 2025, June 14th. Smash, Ultimate, Rivals, Fighting Games, more. Start.gg/Breach25. Do your own research. I don't
like
even.
that graphic a lot too.
That's cool. It's like
Very-
space themed.
Yeah, it's very like minimalist, but very clean looking.
Yeah, it's minimalist in the way that doesn't make me angry.
Yeah, and it tells you everything you need to know.
Exactly, exactly. It tells you when it's gonna be, what's gonna be there, and where to go to find out where it's gonna be. Because I don't know where it's gonna be, but that's what gets clicks. To find out where Breach 2025 is gonna be, you can go to Breach, start.gg/Breach25.
And then also, Ring Out is going to take place on November 22nd, 2025. Already so many big names going to this tournament. Went to the first Ring Out, and it was a fantastic tournament. They had Canes catered for free. So if you love Canes, which is like 95% of Smashers, go to Ring Out, $2,000 in pot bonuses. Doors are going to open at 8:30. We're going to have singles and doubles. Catering, again, you literally see it on the graphic. I hope it's Canes again. And then plenty of friendly setups, all best of 5 too. Everybody loves best of 5, so definitely check that out at start.gg at Ring Out, and it's going to be taking place in Akron, Ohio.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, I'm getting information from Scrubbed Out. We have Shiny Mark, we have Mia, we have Sonics. Already an A+ tier, and it's November, guys. Like, so many people are going to be signing up for this tournament. Do not be the last one to sign up, because so much talent at this tournament, so definitely check that one out.
Can they fly me out to this one? No, Diamond Dust.
Diamond Dust, another fantastic tournament. This is going to be the second one. Went to Diamond Dust 1 last year. Fantastic grand tournament. They had Riddles, they had MK Leo, they had Beast Mode Paul, and so going to see the second iteration here taking place on April 12th and 13th, which is coming up. So make sure that you sign up for that great tournament. It takes place like during the same time as the Gamers for Giving LAN event, and they have a bunch of free energy drinks, which, like, if you are a caffeine addict like me, it is the best thing in the world.
I'm right there, man.
It's so much fun. Great tournament. We love everything ran by Ray as well. So go and support them and check out that tournament. Dang, it's so nice to have Scrubbed Out, who knows everybody that's going to be at the tournament.
Yeah.
Onan, we also have DeBuzz and Shiny Mark going to that as well. And I'm sure even more names will be signing up as we get closer to the event, because you Smashers cannot pre-reg for anything on time.
Never. Yeah. What do we got here? Overdrive? That sounds like a fun drive. That sounds like a fun one. March 15th, that's coming up. Hosted by Yes Gaming. Indiana, Fishers, Indiana, March 15th, 2025. Smash Ultimate Singles Doubles. Start.gg/Indie Overdrive. Simple as it gets. Go to the Start.gg, learn more, and show up.
Lots of great tournaments going up. I'm so excited to see all of these Midwest events.
Mid-best.
Oh, we love Yes Gaming. We love Ray and their whole team in Michigan. We also love Scrubbed Out and this fantastic tournament that's happening today as well. So thank you so much to all of the TOs that are orchestrating all these Midwest events, because it's so fun to be able to travel and see all of this top talent in the Midwest. But now, speaking of top talent, we have Ravenking and we have Drewish battling it out here in losers round 2 for top 12.
Dang. What a powerhouse of a losers round 2 match for top
man,
12.
I don't want to be in losers. This is brutal. There's so many strong players in this tournament, and a lot of them are in losers right now.
I wouldn't have made out of pools, man.
I would have. I wanted to give everybody a chance. That's why I didn't enter. The bracket would have been wrapped up already, because I just cleared everybody so quickly.
Yeah, you'd have had us out of here by 7.
As I say, when I went 0-2 at my local on Thursday, but that's okay,
Yeah, it didn't happen. No proof. No proof.
No proof, except for the Start GG and the bracket graphic,
You're
but that's fine.
yourself. I'm trying to
No, it's fine. I believe in being honest, okay?
But you don't like you don't like lying on the internet?
No, because I've gotten called out too many times for lying on comms. Everybody in Twitch chat's like, actually, Ellen, that's not true. And I'm like, frick.
Oh, man. No, my favorite part of, my favorite part of Twitch chat is, like, seeing someone say something smart in Twitch chat and then just, like, taking that for myself.
Yeah.
Like, how are they going to know? They don't even know if we can see Twitch chat. You don't know if I'm a genius or if I'm just ripping you off. Spoiler alert, I am a genius, but we'll never know. Ravenking Girl.
See, you said you had 3 concussions. I've had 4. The 4th one is what knocks the genius out.
Got it.
Yeah.
The third one still lets you keep the intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So I got to look out for that 4th concussion.
Yeah. Quit all sports immediately.
Trust me, man. I haven't played in a while. Drew was just the 19th seed and he made top 12. Huge shout out. Michigan State, man. I don't know what their scouts are doing, but they just they grab the talent.
Also, their uniforms are my favorite color. I love that like dark green.
Like, have you seen their hoodies?
I have
Like,
not.
look at Pix's hoodie. Like they all have it. Like they have the tan
Ooh,
hood.
yeah.
They got the
Look.
tan hoodie with like the embroidered tan Spartan logo on it.
Yeah.
It's the I've never been more jealous of like another team's merch.
Drip.
For real, like Michigan State's got like the most drip of like in esports.
Yeah. Big fan.
Yeah. And they even got Palutena green hair, so like they just like keep it in. They do it in the game and they do it out of the game.
Ooh, she needs a dark green outfit because I'm not a big fan of the green hair, but I feel like if she had like a whole green fit, it would work.
Oh, that would go so good. That would go crazy. She got the green shield too.
True. All right, starting out game 1 here on Town and City, though, we have Druish on the Palutena and then Ravenking on the Joker. And it looks like so far Druish in control, but now Ravenking using a lot of these landing nairs, using the dash attack to clear the field too. But I think the big thing is Druish is going to be spacing with that back air, trying to wall out Ravenking and then using that down tilt on the recoveries, which is going to be a lot easier when Arsene is online. But as soon as we're like Baby Joker without Arsene, it's going to be a lot harder to find those ledge traps and edge guards against him.
Yeah.
Oh
Hey,
my gosh.
yikes. That hurts to hear. That hurts to listen to. Like,
Yeah, no, like the damage base boosted back air from Arsene hits hard and it hurts.
yeah,
You're seeing
that's
that there.
the way that Ravenking is going to want to seal out stocks. Yeah, and like immediately retreating after that single forwarder from Ravenking to just let Druish recover and just reset the ledge situation.
Okay, yeah, just trying to get some extra damage here. Not wanting to overcommit. Oh my gosh,
That-
almost goes with the back air. I don't know, or the back throw. I don't know that that was the best DI, but still holding on to the stock.
That back throw is so sneaky, like so
Yeah.
sneaky strong. It's like so disrespectful too. Like Palutena just like dropping down and then throwing you behind. It's like she can't just. She's very unserious.
Yeah, I think when we're seeing, okay, nice back air there on the ledge option from Ravenking, so only at 78%, but when we're seeing Druish off stage, we're seeing a lot of the explosive flame to cover the ledge, but I think that can be a little scary if we see that Ravenking starts running off stage and throwing out back airs to hit her in the blast zone too, especially at 88% on Town and City. It could be a big problem if we're seeing that Ravenking gets a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, and also like those explosive flames can just be countered by Joker and just
Ooh,
fill
yeah,
that
that's
Arsene
so
meter.
much charge. So much meter, I guess.
Yeah, I mean we haven't
haven't
seen it at all so far.
Yeah.
I think it's a
Ooh.
massive call out option, and that Ravenking is gonna wait to use. Okay, I'm with it. Didn't have like a super
no.
awesome kill lined up, so just waiting and getting the grab, and it ended up working out anyway. Not in the way that you really want it to, but you know, taking a stock is taking a stock, so you're gonna keep moving.
Yeah, just trying to find a nair to get a combo started. That's like Palutena's big thing at these low percents is just finding one nair and stringing them all together. But with how short Joker is, how low to the ground he is, and how low his dash is, it's very hard for her to find that first hit.
I didn't think that was gonna grab at all. I thought it was gonna put her on the opposite side of Joker, but yeah, Ravenking feels like he knows everything that Druish is gonna do and just has neutral locked down at the moment.
Yeah, he's just playing right outside of the burst range of Palutena as well, just staying right where he can dash attack, but can react to anything that Palu's trying to do. Does hold shield a little bit too long there, and so Druish is able to get the back throw, but still a pretty low percent, so it doesn't even matter. And now you're up against Arsene too. Lots of damage off of that side B. Just being able to use that to make it so that Druish is not able to stay in the corner, calls out the approach with the up smash.
Yeah, and there's just nothing that Druish is doing that's threatening Ravenking in any way, shape, or form. Like, there's no combo starters that Ravenking can't shield and punish. There's no, like, mix-ups that Druish is trying to throw in to get a combo starter. It's just kind of like, I'm going to try push a button and see if it works. And like, even that back throw is evident. Like, not like opting for the back throw instead of the down throw into the combo to try and gain advantage and push it and get that more percent instead just trying to go for the offstage game. It just felt panicky.
Joker has such a small hitbox too when he's in like his normal form, and so it can be really hard when you're trying to find those combos, because if you're just a little bit off, he can land with that down B, and then he's getting a lot of the charge off of that. So you have to be a lot more clean with your combos, make sure that everything that you're going for is going to hit, so that he's not able to reverse it in his favor. And it just felt like Druish was not able to find those opportunities to like find the combo that he needs. And so I think like maybe calling out like spot dodges, but we didn't even really see a lot of spot dodges from Ravenking either. It just doesn't feel like there's a lot of scenarios for Druish to find combo starters. Oop.
Yeah, a little bit of the whatever. It'll be fine. Yeah, so going to Hollow Bash and giving the center platform a little bit of shine. Smaller stage, less places for Ravenking to move around and yeah, run around. I do know Ravenking does love that dash attack. It starts a lot for Joker.
I think that the stage layout of Hollow Bastion makes a lot of sense here. Just making it so that Ravenking's not really able to stay out of your burst range, making the stage smaller. But even still, Ravenking just very much in a strong position here. Good opportunity for Druish and gets the parry, but just was not able to find anything off of it.
It just feels like Palutena is like a beat too slow to really push anything for Joker, and has to play even more patient to try and like bait out a second or third option to finally get an advantage.
And Palutena is very strong in air-to-air situations. That Nair beats out a lot of stuff, but we haven't really seen Ravenking in the air that often, but now we are, and we're seeing that Druish is able to capitalize off of that. But like in the scenarios where Ravenking is just using that dash attack, using the dash to get in, Druish doesn't really win that trade, and Ravenking is so fast with Joker, whereas Palu is like, her air mobility is her strong suit, but on the ground she doesn't really have a lot of good options. I do like that setting up for the back air, just waiting for an option for Ravenking, but the roll from Joker going a little bit farther than I think Druish was ready for.
Like Ravenking positioning himself out to not be back thrown in that entire situation was so impressive. Like even now, like Druish is like, let me back throw you, and he just can't get it.
Yeah. Walling out with the back air there, and finally able to find one to find Druish's first stock, but still at 148 here. You have to worry about that back throw like we saw in game one. But Druish just a little too scared to run in, and it makes sense using that Nair to send off stage. But again, there's that explosive flame.
Man.
So much charge and already has Arson, but in situations where Paulu's at the ledge, that could be worse for you, because then she's able to use the down tilt on your recovery, where she wouldn't be able to do that with the tether.
Yikes, and every second you spend off stage is just a little bit more damage from Joker.
Oh my gosh, yeah, just controlling the space so well from Ravenking. Not finding the stock, but almost. And great stuff holding onto the ledge, dropping down with the back air, catching the recovery. Paulu does like, if you put a hitbox right by the ledge when she's doing that teleport recovery, you can catch her, and we're seeing that Ravenking is aware of that, and really good stuff to just hold on to the stock for as long as he did, dying at 166 to that dash attack, but finding Druish's second stock in the process as well.
Finally, just like a little bit of a sigh of relief, and here we go, getting a little bit of a combo, get that fourth Nair, and 50% onto Ravenking. Arsene has shown up, but that does make edge guarding a tad easier for Druish in these offstage situations, making the down air a lot more of an option.
I do like that back air attempt from Druish too. Ravenking just a little bit too far out of the range of it, but just trying to call those jumps out can be really beneficial, especially when you have a strong hitbox that's going to win a lot of those trades with that back air.
Yeah, both these back airs winning a lot of trades. More so Palutena, because it is a shield. Oh yeah, good patience.
Ooh, yeah, just went really deep off stage there, and now you're getting ledge trapped by Joker, which is really scary. I do like the attempt, but it just might not be worth it when you have such great range on that tether from Joker. Yeah, and consistently Ravenking is DIing out too, which is making it hard for Druish to find those back airs, but finds that one on the neutral get up. Now 69%, this is very doable if we're just able to find the one Nair that we need to get that combo started.
Yep, that forward air. Yep, and there's another one, evening the stocks just a little bit. Nickel and diming, getting the down air, pushing neutral. Off stage, Arsene is here, but stage control is still with Druish. Another up air, keeping it going, but that Nair.
Oh my gosh! Girl.
Those shoes snuffing out a forward smash from Arsene. Nah, on the counter on the down tilt Palutena. Druish having that call out, but Ravenking ready for it.
I like that they're just using the immediate, oh yeah, great combo there from Ravenking though, but I do like the immediate up B that we saw to the ledge, just not giving Ravenking the time to set up for that back air, but Ravenking just very strong with that drag down up air onto the platform into up smash, and gonna take that game too, but I think that Druish was finding some momentum. I think Druish was finding the combos that he needed and was able to tie that game up when it was looking a little scary, so
yeah.
I think if we're able to play like that, just go for those like 1-2 piece combos and then wall out Joker using that landing back air, that's the type of play that we need to see going into this game 3.
Absolutely, and it didn't look as bad as the first game, and it like slowly but surely, not really panicking, getting the damage where Ravenking is going to give it, and able to make that a very close game 2.
Okay, yeah, I agree with the Hollow Bastion pick again. I think that it was working out really well. The only situation that it wasn't really working for Druish is in that last scenario where we saw the drag down on the platform, but I think that would have worked on PS2 and Small Battlefield too. So I think that the general mono flat layout worked out in Druish's favor.
For sure. It was just an unfortunate turn of events. And, good for Ravenking to actually capitalize on it and take the stock. Going for the 2 up airs, but taking Druish to close to 100% on his first stock, and now Arsene is here to try and steal out the stock. Ravenking with the counter, knowing the backer is going to be there and ready for it.
It feels like it's really hard for Druish to cover the landing of Ravenking. We're seeing so much of that landing nair from Joker, and so I think if we're able to wait that out, maybe even parry it into up smash, that could be a good call out, but we're not really wanting to pull the trigger on anything too quick because Ravenking is mixing in that down B as well and then getting a lot of charge off of it. So it seems like it's just really hard for Druish to cover the landings. But now just trying to, okay, I like that there. Just staying grounded, gets the grab to send back off stage, but now Arsene is here in right now. There we go,
yeah. Great call.
Thank you. No, I was just trying to stall until he came. It sounded like it was perfectly timed, but no.
Yeah, well, the back air will send the top-hatted man away and take the second, bring the second stock up. Ravenking now not kind of be forced to the ledge. Druish doing a decent job of holding stage control, but not really getting any massive combos off of it, but still keeping it pretty even.
I like that there from Druish, just dashing back out of the range of that dash attack from Ravenking and then getting a punish off of it. That's the type of play that we need to see. You need to be baiting Ravenking to try to hit you and then firing back with the back air. Short hopping away from him so that you can land with that back air and punish him.
Yep,
okay.
Great grab.
Yeah, did not DI out on that, and so was able to get the back air there from Ravenking, but we're seeing a lot of this down smash, but I think Druish is doing a good job of avoiding those tech chase situations. Still holding on to that stock despite that F tilt though.
Might do it again. Nah, good, yeah, good get up attack to make sure it did not happen again, but side B just gonna make that so much harder. Dash attack. Thank you, next. Last stock for Druish.
The side B is really hard to deal with too because you have to jump out of the way of it because if you do get hit by it, it's just so much percent that just ticks up over time, but it makes it a lot harder to approach too because of the weird angle, the diagonal that it sends in. I think it covers a lot of the space that Palu wants to occupy in the air with landing in with those short hop aerials. Oh my gosh. He needs to stop with those F smashes. He's going to give me a heart attack.
I think he's going to give Druish a heart attack with these, oh my gosh. We're trying to read his soul.
It almost worked too.
It would have been sick. And yeah, now then Druish puts himself already in a worse spot on stage. Arsene gone, and so is that stock. 72%, not undoable, but it does feel pretty hard to climb this mountain for Druish. Ravenking just been so in control of the neutral stage control in just about every aspect of this game.
I mean, this is the same situation that we saw in game 2, though, and Druish was able to call his way back anyway. That's exactly what we need, just one nair to string them together. That's going to be 41% off of nairs alone. Now Arsene almost here, too, so if we're able to just see a back air to send him off stage, that could be a really good opportunity for Druish. Love that mix-in of down air, too, but the side B doing a great job of, occupying the space that Palu likes to land in, but also just covering him in his face, too.
Yeah, it's a great get-off me option. It's a great you can't approach aggressively from the air option.
Watch out for this up smash too. We're seeing a lot of this landing there on top of Ravenking, but that up smash out of shield is going to be really strong.
Oh, there's another up smash that Druish has not used up smash at all. And forcing the tech situation, you're really low.
Oh my gosh.
Moly. Atata has the reach.
Good stuff to Ravenking for teching that, though, but great call out with the explosive flame on the neutral get up, recognizing that Ravenking wouldn't have enough time to throw out that the counter either. So Druish going to take that game, despite being in the same situation as game 2, where it's 100% to 0, but still just playing very patient, playing very calm, and not... I was going to say not overextending, but honestly, going off stage in that situation was overextending. because Ravenking hit that tech, but it just worked out really well for Druish to be able to hold on to that stock.
For sure. It's the overextension you need to go for.
Yeah, those like crazy mix-ups that you're not expecting.
Yeah, like you're down 0-2 in losers, and you need to do something. So you can't just play it safe in a moment like that. So back to PS2, getting rid of that middle platform and more space to move around. It does open up the option for teleport cancels, but we haven't really been seeing Druish do that all that often, so I don't know if it'll matter.
Yeah, I don't know that it'll be super helpful when you have a character like Joker who's just so fast that he's probably able to get there in time anyway. But it could be a nice mix-up on like recoveries if we see a teleport cancel rather than going to the ledge.
Yeah, and then 3 straight shield attacks, dash attack, back air. So good.
Okay.
And keeping it off the stage.
Yeah, so I like that we're like seeing the back airs from Druish to try to call out the jumps at the ledge. So now we're seeing a lot more of the down tilt from Ravenking instead. But now that F smash, great call out on the platform.
Straight up going for the grab. Ravenking's been doing a great job of holding shield against all of the hits of neutral air. And ooh, no trump on that one, but there you go. Get that back. That down throw.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Yeah, and tanks the back air with the down B as well. Very important in these scenarios to be able to deal with these down throw combos, and we're seeing that Ravenking is just really prepared for it. Mixing in air dodging, using the counter, just DIing differently, and not really getting hit with those in situations where it would take his stock.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you go for the same thing twice, and like you hope that you learn your lesson after the first time, but it kind of sucks. Like when it's so ingrained in the Palu mindset of like, don't go back here. But yeah, you just gotta live and learn and move on.
Okay.
On the ledge. Now this is tough for Ravenking. This could go either way. Now I totally forgot that Druish is down a whole stock, and Ravenking is still holding on to that first one. Grab? Nah, did not pull the trigger.
Yeah, now Ravenking is staying outside of the burst range again. Not going to get hit with that dash attack, but your shield is getting kind of low, so you do need to take that into consideration. F-Tilt going to send back off stage, tries to get it on the neutral get up as well. But I love that grab, just mixing in the aggression, just staying outside of the range and then running in with that quick speed. And that Nair covering the space around the ledge as well. So now Ravenking up 2 stocks. This is looking really rough for Druish right now.
Yeah, and we've seen Druish make a few comebacks, but 2 stocks is a little bit expensive if we're talking about. Okay. Getting the up air, making things a little bit closer, but you really got to lock in, not get hit with these side beats, because that's just going to bring the damage up really quickly.
Yeah, and again, Ravenking just disengaging, being right outside of the range of that landing there, and then getting the punish off of it. It's just really hard for Druish to approach. Palu likes to be in the position where you're approaching her and she's punishing you. She's the one that's dashing back. But to make a lead back as Palutena in this scenario is really hard against a character that's as slippery as Joker.
Yeah, and a character that's always in your face and like annoyingly buzzing around you, like you've been saying all set, like outside of the burst range. That's like gotta be annoying for Druish, and is probably reaching a boiling point. But didn't yet, because he still take that first game, but this game 3-4 is not looking great for Druish.
Yeah. Seeing that F throw off stage. Now have to be careful about this back air, which we've seen Ravenking setting up for, but I like that mix up of the F tilt. Gets the one to send off stage, but not close enough to the ledge to kill. Oh, and I think he's trying to go for like an up smash call out too, just because we've been seeing so much landing aerials from Druish on top of Ravenking's shield, and he has not been using that up smash very often this game 4.
It's a risky move, and it's kind of something that you really want to make sure that you are going to hit. But I mean, when you're up like this, it's kind of worth like letting it rip every once in a while, just to see like maybe. You're low, bro. Come on. That looks ridiculous.
Okay, down throw. Yeah, just was not ready for that. So
that's a tough one.
Yeah, it is, because we've seen like the back throw multiple times too. So you're DIing in that, or you're DIing out in that situation, which would cause you to die to the down throw too. So yeah, Ravenking gonna take that 3-1 and move on in bracket. Druish out here in top 12, but still phenomenal performance. That matchup seemed really hard to deal with. The way that it looked to Palutena's like Joker is the hair in your mouth that you can like never find. You just keep trying to get it. Yeah. Just like constantly buzzing around you, staying outside of that burst range, having you beat in the speed on the ground, and you can't really jump that much either because he's on the ground, so he's anti-airing you. So felt really hard for Palu, but still really good job to Druish, and great great placement here today. We're going to be moving on in bracket. It looks like we're going to have Avian versus Atata, which this sounds so awful for Snake. Ness versus Snake, being able to use the Psy Magnet to just absorb all of the explosions and
I
heal
think we're going
yourself.
to see Min Min.
Min Min?
I believe Avian
Okay,
is a
that
Snake
makes a
and
lot
Min
more
Min
sense.
player.
Yes, because he did play Min Min earlier in bracket too. He was playing
That
against
sounds
Ice
worse.
Knight. Yeah, he was playing Ice Knight, so he went Snake game 1, then he went Min Min game 2, and the Snake went a lot better in his favor. But
Yeah.
Atata and losers, the first seed?
Who?
What happened?
What? I can't. Oh, it's so easy.
Can I see bracket?
I need to know who beat Atata.
Who beat Atata?
Is it Rob?
Rob.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Shout out Rob.
Well, actually, that doesn't make sense because I feel like I just said, I feel like that
That was
matchup should
Snake,
be
yeah.
really hard. So, okay. go off,
Actually,
Rob.
I have seen I've seen 2 sets of Apollo Kage and Atata, and I like from my knowledge, I do believe Apollo Kage is like a better player than Rob. Like it has like, but Apollo Kage, I've talked to him about the matchup, and it does seem really bad for Ness, but Snake just kind of punches and hits really hard.
Yeah.
And Ness kind of loses that ability of like killing with anything because Snake is so heavy, and then eventually it just kind of reaches a boiling point and Snake could just kind of back air or up tilt the little child and take the stocks.
I think also like the Psy Magnet's super clutch for dealing with the grenades on stage, but if you're in a scenario where you don't have your double jump anymore off stage as Ness and you have to use your up B, I feel like that's just free Nikita. You
Yeah.
can just shoot him. So I think that could be really hard to deal with, but yeah, Atata in losers here playing against Avian, and you said Min Min. That makes a lot more sense to me than playing against Snake, or playing as Snake. I feel like Ness does have projectiles, so that might be a way for him to try to get in, but I feel like Min Min's length of her arms is just going to make it really easy to lock down the stage and make it really hard for Ness to approach.
Yeah, and I think the side magnet against Min Min might also be advantageous because it acts as like because he does have like a little bit of that drift to like kind of side magnet and use it as a way to kind of approach and the way
stall.
Yeah, and the way that Atata uses back airs and all of his aerials out of that side magnet is a huge combo starter for Atata and a huge like a differentiator between him and other Ness players.
I could definitely see like Atata stalling with the side magnet, and we're seeing like Min Min throw out her arms. He stalls there over top of her and then lands with a back air, stuff like that. Using that as a way to approach, being able to like use his air mobility too. Ness having a lot of like drift with his aerials. I think the biggest thing is like the ledge, which is always the biggest thing against Min Min. You do have the air dodge with Ness, which has a lot of distance on it, but as soon as you have to like use that, I feel like Min Min should be able to hit you pretty easily out of that, and then also having to use the PK Thunder too. I feel like that's just free real estate for Min Min. So I think anytime you're going to be off stage, it's going to be a big problem. I think we're going to see a lot of high recoveries from Atata to just try to avoid that situation in general, but it's hard with Min Min because like essentially what I'm saying is don't get hit. You know, like Min Min's so good at sending you off stage, so it's like, oh, just don't get hit, but it's like she has so many hitboxes and she can throw out the arms pretty non-committally too. So it's going to be hard for Atata to get in. I think having stages with platforms is going to be beneficial, just being able to use those to navigate around the arms. Watch me like go on this whole long tangent, and then he goes Snake anyway, just to make me look like an idiot. But that's fine.
No, like it's good to cover the options. Like we weren't expecting the pit out of Serdank, and then we had to like quick cover that, like see how the difference is with that matchup. But with the platforms, Atata loves. And we do see like the Min Min. It looks like the Min Min. So your analysis will not go to waste.
Let's go!
And Atata, I didn't see what stage they picked, but Atata and a lot of Nesses love to do the PK fires from the platforms and just like rain fire from above. Not really sure how that will do against Min Min, who has the ability to use the Ram and just kind of like reach up and like yoink Ness off of the platform for doing that. So I'm actually super intrigued to see how this matchup. I don't think I've seen this matchup played at a level like this.
Yeah. Min Min's not a character that I see very often either. It's usually like 1 or 2 reps per state from what I've seen in the Midwest. So not a lot of like experience watching or commentating Min Min, but very hard character to fight against.
Oh yeah. The character is just a lanky wall.
Yeah.
And also has an up smash that reflects things for some reason.
Yeah, it's like I'm not saying this in like a derogatory way, but it's a very different game style where it is kind of like a one-player game. Like you as Min Min are just throwing out all of these hitboxes, and it's kind of like a death trap for Ness to have to navigate.
Yeah.
Like what Ness is trying to do is just trying to get in the entire time, and Min-Min's job is just to make sure that he does not get in. Landing with aerials is a really strong thing for Ness as well, and so at higher percents, we're going to have to watch out for the up smash from Min-Min, which is really strong, but immediately just grabbing, throwing you off stage. So it's exactly where you don't want to be as Ness, and I think that Smashville is really good for both of these characters, but just being able to fall through the platform with the arms is going to be really strong for Min-Min.
I was not expecting that like uber aggressive option from Avian to start the match. I was like expecting dash back, but just ran up and grabbed and then pushed advantage right away, and now has a 50% lead.
And like I said, Atata just trying to use that platform to navigate around the arms, but now you're stuck at the ledge. Getting the parry on the PK Fire too. This is really rough for Atata. Going for the low recovery and just trying to go straight up to the ledge, and I like that option there, but immediately calling out the neutral get up there as well. So Avian a pretty decent lead here in this. Is there any music? Or
It's
you just
KK.
can't like
It's
hear
KK.
it.
It's Saturday night. It's
My
KK
bad,
Slider.
KK.
It's
I'm
the
deaf.
it's the GOAT. It's tough to hear over all of Nessa's screams.
Yeah, no,
but
he's
it's a really hot start for Avian.
Okay. Yeah, just running to the other side of the stage is going to be really strong, but that Nair also really good at controlling the space that Ness likes to hang out in as well. Just really large hitbox. Nice timing on the air dodge there from Atata to get back to the ledge, but now you have to get back in, and we're just seeing the roll underneath Atata throwing out those aerials just to get to the other side of the stage. It's so hard because, like, exactly what we saw in the first stock, like, okay, cool, you got back to the ledge, you made it around the death trap, now you have to get out of the ledge, and you're having these really strong hitboxes thrown at you as well. There's that strong up smash too, and Atata's shield is really low. Oh, this is so hard to deal with.
Like, what if you solved a third puzzle? Like, that is rough. Like, Atata has no approach option.
51% off of that one interaction is so tough.
It feels like PK Fire is more of a detriment because it just resets Avian and allows him to run away, and like, cool. Min-Min loves that.
Oh,
You
no jump.
You're cooked, bro.
Yeah, no jump. Great stuff there to Avian too, to recognize that running off stage and just pushing Nest into the blast zone too. Very quick game and very dominant play there for Avian. I don't know that Smashville was the pick, because I think the smaller stage actually benefited Avian in that case. Like, I think when you have the longer stages, Min-Min's going to run to the other side of the stage, but I think the middle platform was really beneficial for Avian, just using a lot of that nair to cover it, and Ness was able to like jump off of it a few times to find approaches, but in general, it just felt like Avian had great stage control.
Yeah, the immediate aggression was incredibly unexpected, but uber beneficial for Avian to just immediately put Atata in disadvantage and then force Atata to fight out of it, and he just couldn't.
Yeah.
So game 2, I'd be shocked if they went back to Smashville, and if they do, then it's something that it's information I'm not privy to. They went to the same stage prettier, like.
I like that they have matching outfits though. That's so slay.
That is nice. They are matching with the white and red. This is a Fire Min-Min fit. 5?
Okay. No, okay, so
I had hot start for Atata.
I was saying that it's really hard for Ness when he's off stage, but it looks like that's going to be a similar situation. I totally forgot about the PK Thunder too, just being able to chase her out there, and it looked like Atata had like body blocked the ledge as well, so the tether didn't grab the ledge. So I think if we're seeing that really aggressive play from Atata off stage, he only needs 3 of those in order to win the game.
Yeah, I mean, I like that math. He only needs 2 more now. Making things a little easier for himself by the opponent giving the stock away.
Oh
and
my gosh!
Down air into back air, good stuff. Not going for the up air, but
Ooh, okay.
man, we've seen good parries. We've seen like 2 parries this entire block, and that one sets up a perfect forward air, forward smash.
Who is bro? Was he asleep game 1? What's going on?
You woke up. You woke the champ up. You woke up the champ.
He said lock in, and we're seeing that right now. 66% on Avian already, and now you have to get out of the ledge, missing that PK Fire, and now off stage yourself. This is a little tricky, trying to use that PK Thunder too high, but now you can use it straight up to the ledge and pulling the trigger a little bit too early on that arm there from Avian. But now just resetting this whole situation and very comfortable just going out and hitting Ness too. So finally putting ourselves on the board for stocks, but Ness just coming off the respawn platform, super aggressive as well.
Nice. All right. Okay.
Okay.
That was so close.
Okay, I like that there. It feels like there's a lot of benefit to using that PK Fire off of the... oh, girl. Are we back?
How
We're not back now. Dang.
I've never seen Min-Min like do like, maybe I'm just
Oh, just kidding.
He's on his last stock?
Yeah.
When did this game start? What year is, I feel like this game has been going on for 30 seconds, and now we're on last stock situation.
This is so scary too, because like you don't need Ness to be at 1,000,000% in order to kill him. You just have to run out there and smack him with your arm.
Yeah, and all Ness is like, please, just back here, just a back here, please. Just like a grab, please. Anything.
Oh, yeah, and now Avian has stage control and is using the arms with the dragon. The dragon breath with that crazy reversal. It felt like Atata was really in control that entire game, especially with the end of the first and second stock. Just really strong reads and combos there from Atata, but now...
Dragons are crazy, man.
Yeah.
What a turnaround. That was like so like bang bang, and Atata was looking so good for that entire game, and then Avian's like keeping it together, remembering I won game one. I'm really good at this matchup, is what it seems. And now going back to Hollow Bastion, an immediate disadvantage for Atata.
What I was going to say is I think whenever Avian is at the ledge, using that PK fire off of the platform to send it that diagonal seems beneficial. But if Min Min is able to get back onto the stage, then you're in trouble again. Love that landing there from Atata. Nice combo opportunity, and now has Avian at the ledge, but just able to fight her way back. And now Atata, like, it feels so much harder for Ness when he's in disadvantage opposed to Min Min, because Min Min just needs like one roll underneath Ness and then she's back in the position that she needs. Whereas you're fighting for your life when you're Ness at the ledge.
Yeah, he's so stubby and like needs to be in that boxing range. And Min Min, like, we all know this, like Min Min can play from a million miles away, and like especially when Min Min is kind of rushing you down in the way that Avian is. What are you supposed to do against an aggressive Min Min that's not giving you the space that you're normally allowed against this character?
For sure. Okay, yeah, on that Nair, again, just really strong option to cover that middle platform, but I love that roll in there from Atata using the up smash, but still not going to find the stock. Yeah, and that arm, great placement there from Avian too, stopping that down smash ledge trap as well. And now you're back in this situation. How do you approach? PK Fire is the answer, but still not going to kill with that up air.
And blocking out the forward air with the Megawatt, looking to find anything to get this first stock. The Megawatt almost taking away the PK Thunder and like switching it around.
Okay, but Avian recognizing that he's at kill throw percent, but still just able to find that PK Fire into the fair for that stock. Even stocks here, but Atata off stage and at 73%. This is kill percent for sure at the ledge. Oh, with the full charge too.
Oh my goodness. Like, what do you? I keep asking the question. What do you do? Like, you just got to get into Avian's face, but Avian's already in your face. You're like, thank you, but then you're getting hit all the time.
Avian's in your face, but from the other side of the stage.
Yeah, you're like,
it's
bro.
It's very different.
Bro, this ain't fair. I don't got noodle arms. Like, what?
Yeah.
I don't like this. And then he's like pushing the advantage off stage. Like, Min Min doesn't have to do this, but Avian is like, I'm hungry. I want this win.
Okay, back throw just to send off stage. I understand that they're from Atata, just doing it once again, trying to find maybe a down air at the ledge here too, but that tether just super clutch. Gets the charge on the down smash, sending Avian off stage once again, but great stuff there from Atata. Uses the PK Thunder to dissuade Avian from going back to the ledge, and now in the lead, but at 122. Have to watch out for these arms, but also have to watch out for the up smash when you finally do get in.
Yep, oh, there's that side magnet, huge combo starter for Atata, and Megawatt just reversing that situation, and now gotta find a way back to the stage. Oh my gosh, Ram very, very scary. Able to get off the ledge.
Oh, I love that. Great stuff there from Atata. Great way to approach. Oh my gosh, there's that up smash for the call out, but Atata just playing really smart around Avian right now, trying to find a call out. We've seen that down air from Avian at the ledge too, so Atata just ready for that, not getting hit by it either, but at 150, anything could kill Ness right now.
Not that! Oh, the tech got a boink, and he does it. Nobody does it better than Atata. Missing on the Ram. No grab for you, Avian. Back to reset neutral. Gotta find something, not getting all the hits of the up air, and pushing Avian off stage. Ledge trump Megawatt, untechable. Still in this is Avian, but Atata just needs one stray hit, one grab. But Avian has not allowed that the entire game.
That sucks so much, because that's the second time that Atata tries to go for that, for the ledge trump into up air, but then actually loses his stock forward instead. Confirming into up air. No, Fair instead waits out the air dodge, but still holding onto the stock at 169 and just not going to be able to make it back. Atata putting himself on the board in this losers round 3.
No longer a shutout for Atata, but my goodness. Am I stressing over each and every one of these games? I've never seen a Min Min play like this before. Avian is redefining my idea of what Min Min is in real time.
Dude, I'm so stressed out. Like, that was only game 3, but I could like barely breathe.
I'm seeing Atata make like the adjustments mid-game, and he needs to. He was getting dog walked, and then went back to Hollow Bastion, and now for game 4, I missed the stage pick, but you know, like
we'll find out in a second.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, welcome back, KK.
No. I think it makes sense. If I'm Atata, I'm banning FD for sure. So going back to Smashville, kind of inevitable, but this is just so hard to deal with.
And it was such a tough game too for Atata when Avian took him here. But back to back. No. Okay. Back to stage. Misses the down tilts, both of them, and ooh, 2 arms. All right, so now we're in a very much closer set. It does feel like Atata has a little bit more of a read on Avian and how he's doing his approaches.
Yeah, because Atata really just wants to get to that middle platform, but Avian is doing such a good job with that Nair for making it hard to get back to the stage. But I love these stalls that we're seeing from Atata too, very rarely getting killed once he does have to commit to that up B.
That was a crazy call out from Avian. Like, what was he going to be doing all the way over on the other side?
Ooh, again! Home run, too. It's such a satisfying noise with that parry into the F smash.
Yeah, parry into the batting practice. Ram, not enough. All the way off to the side. Ooh, full distance on that PK Thunder. Not getting hit with that into another big combo.
Stall was so clutch, too. Pushing Avian to the other side and still getting so much damage off of that. Not dying across the coast, but still just holding on to this stock here as Atata, but you have to get off of this ledge too. You're gonna run out of invincibility, getting back to center stage, but have to worry about that Nair too. Still holding on to this stock. Atata is playing insane right now.
And no one draws circles like Atata, let me tell you. He is avoiding every single one of these Rams that are trying to scoop that PK Thunder, but enough is enough. Avian taking that first stock off Atata. 92% now on his second. Now you gotta get off the ledge. Oh gosh.
I love that call out with the down air too. Like, it's a little bit harder to set up than potentially like an up smash or a down smash, but when he gets those follow-ups,
up air, there you go!
Into the up air. The venue is losing their mind right now.
You've
and
seen
it's
it once.
Just game 4.
Yeah, if you've seen it once, you've seen it a million times. That PK Thunder pops up his opponent perfectly, sets up for that up air, and taking the stock. Atata, massive lead now.
Okay, but again, there's that magnet that he needs, stringing these fairs together. And now can set up for this down smash too. Gonna see another parry potentially. Oh, spot dodges the arms too.
Who you grabbing? PK Thunder forward air, get him off stage, air dodge, reading that. Looking for the parry, not gonna give it, Avian not gonna give it to him.
And now this is Atata's platform, covering it so well with all these aerials. Oh my gosh, this movement is insane. And we're seeing a game 5, folks.
My God, what a turnaround. Hey, 30 minutes ago, if I told you this was going to be game 5, I probably would have believed you, but like if we showed you, if we like flipped the first 2 games with the last 2 games, like I would have thought this was going to be a 3-0 for either one of these players.
For sure. This is so scary though, because I feel like in most of these scenarios, like Atata's been up a whole stock and it still gets pretty close. That last game was a little bit more in his favor, but we saw in game 3 that like Atata had a nice lead and just one hit from Avian. Even in game 2, like Atata had a lead, and then just that crazy reversal that we saw from Avian. So it's really important to just hold on to that extra stock in case something crazy happens. But we're back here on Smashville, which makes sense. I think that this stage is really beneficial for Avian. And I think that Atata's doing a great job of controlling this platform as well, using a lot of these nairs out of shield. And
he's so scared of the parry. Avian is so scared of that parry that he's not even throwing out aggressive options off the ledge anymore.
Okay, nice use of the arms there to cover the ledge to make it harder for Atata to use that PK Thunder to chase you off stage.
And now these landing options, great mix up. Back throw, not quite enough. Very, very close though.
Okay. Yeah, just choosing to stay center stage, does not want to get reversaled, but that up smash for the punish. Great stuff there to Atata, putting himself in the lead here, 99%, but that arm gonna send him off stage, and the Dragon Arm worth a call out too, but still holding on to this stock.
Laser! And the PK Thunder getting... Hey, yo, if the arms can't do it, the body will. Avian evening up stocks by taking out the PK Thunder. And now, ooh, okay, missed grab. This could be big. Forward air to forward air. What you got left?
Okay, nice DI out there to avoid that third fair, but now Atata has a lot of momentum here, stringing that PK Fire into Nair and then trying to get so much more damage here, but now we're seeing this grab from Avian. Has the Dragon Arm with the charge on it.
Yo, get the double, the triple arms. Atata down to his last stock. Losers round top 8. You got to make the stock back and you got to take it in a woo. That's scary.
Okay. Doesn't charge the down smash long enough to get more shield pressure. Drops through the platform with the back air. Finds the fair on the recovery though. We have even stocks game 5. Atata needs to find a big opening here to push Min Min off stage, or else she's going to be using this momentum to just keep pushing him off. That PK Fire is a great tool for covering that space, using that diagonal. Oh, but
no
gets
jump.
the hit.
He's got no jump. He's got a...
Oh my gosh. Using the roll to try to get in. Really smart stuff there for Atata, but this is scary.
No way in. A beautiful air dodge. Yet again,
my
missed grab,
gosh.
missed jab, forward air, forward throw, off stage Avian. Got to find a way back. Atata has made his money in this set off of the ledge interactions, but now back in neutral. Stage control going to Avian underneath the platform. Getting the grab. What you got out of it? Back throw, not
now you have
quite.
the Dragon Charge. Okay.
Making it back to stage. Nobody draws a circle like Atata. That was quite the oval. Got to get back on stage. Stage control is with Avian. Shield, middle of the stage. Huge nairs. Watch the shield jump, fella. Forward throw.
Out the jump. Oh, the arm coming super clutch.
He ain't got the arms for that.
Holy crap. The venue is losing their mind, and for good reason. Great stuff to Atata in that last situation, just recognizing that that one fair off stage is all he needed to cement his place in top 8. So great stuff to Atata. That definitely stings a little bit if you're Avian, but still played fantastic. I think that that matchup felt like a mountain to climb for Ness, but just being able to use the movement, use the platforms, and really use the low recoveries too. I feel like very rarely were we seeing Atata get killed off stage when he was able to go straight up to the ledge. Like you said, nobody draws circles like Atata. I bet he's like crazy at Pokemon Rangers.
Oh my
just
gosh.
Like drawing the circles constantly.
Yeah, he probably beat Darkrai on the first try. Like that took me like 10 tries. And he also like solved Min Min in 2 games. Like that matchup looked unwinnable for 2 straight games. Like I've never seen it. I've never seen Atata like that out of it and like in that bad of a situation so often. I'm like, he's cooked.
No, he always feels like he's in the driver's seat. So to watch him have to like, okay, wait, what do I do about this? It's so crazy because he's usually the one that's like pressuring people like that. But great stuff to just stay composed in those moments, and going to be continuing on in bracket. The first seed of the tournament, who was upset by Rob earlier in bracket 2. So great to see him continuing, and hopefully he can make his way back to the first seed and potentially win the tournament too, especially with how hot he was playing in that set. So we have AnthonyIsntCool versus Ravenking coming up next, though. This is going to be Joker versus Cloud.
Yeah, we ain't got time to catch our breath. Like I
can't breathe at all. Absolutely crazy stuff.
That was so crazy. What did we just watch? Like
that was so hype.
I cannot believe it. Like Atata looked down and out, and then just slowly like bringing it back, like learning how to deal with the ledge options, and the PK Fires became so important. And we aren't even talking about how Avian was just unable to whiffed like 3 or 4 straight grabs because Atata just spot dodged at the perfect time, knew the grab was going to come out, and then to get a punish out of it. Like none of these punishes were like incredible. Like we didn't get those TikTok clips that you can see if you go look them up. But we got the slow, steady chipping away at the wall. But we got to move on. Ravenking, AnthonyIsntCool, both these players also incredible. And another losers match, Cloud, Joker. The Cloud is the same, like stay on stage, get the big hits. And now Joker's got to solve a new problem with this man with the big sword.
Who did Anthony lose to in winners? I think we commentated.
We watched that.
It was Ice Knight.
It was Ice Knight, yeah.
I just have the worst memory of all time, but that's fine. So it's crazy that the first seed and the second seed are both in losers. But Ravenking here trying to make his way and make this big upset as well. It's funny that they both glow blue, too. This is going to be very confusing for my small brain. Gets the footstool, but yeah, just having that high, having the high range on that up B from Arsene is going to save him in that situation, but AnthonyIsntCool is still able to find that stock.
For real, with Joker, it's easier to like get those hits than it was against Greninja, so it's going to be more on Ravenking to like break through and get the continuation that he needs.
But I do think it's kind of the same problem. Like I think the dash that we see from Joker is very similar to Greninja, so you're going to have an issue with trying to hit him with that back air, but he's going to be a little bit easier to hit when he has that Arsene, but you do have to worry about these situations. The down gun could be so detrimental to AnthonyIsntCool stocks when he's off stage.
Yeah. Like, what is it with these Chicago players playing like Battleground characters?
I don't know, man.
It's not fair, dude. Like, play a real character. Play Incineroar.
Play a character that jumps at me. That's what Anthony's saying.
Yeah, come to Wisconsin. Play Incineroar. Or, you know, just get down aired and lose your stock.
I don't think... we don't need to be giving more Incineroar players. I'm not going to lie. I have war flashbacks every time he revenges. I'm like, please go away.
Don't come to Wisconsin.
Okay.
Man, and like, Ravenking not looking too hot on this second stock, just looking for any opening to try and get some damage, but nah, that up smash tried to, like, Anthony really seems to love that up smash. It's so good.
It's such a good move. It's so strong, and it can be kind of hard to punish, too. It's a great call-out, a great anti-air, and it'll call out a lot of those approaches, too. So we've seen it a lot in the previous set that we saw with Anthony. That seemed to be the big thing that was really helping against Ice Knight, just being able to call out, like, the landing nairs from Greninja with the up smash, and it's going to be very similar here with Ravenking as well.
Absolutely, and yeah, can't seem to take advantage of Arsene in the way that he would like to, Ravenking, but still very patient player, able to get just as much off of base Joker than with Arsene, but Anthony not really letting him do that. This holding stage control seems to be like so important to Anthony, and getting that back air, my goodness.
I love that movement too. We see that so often where like Anthony runs in, jumps back, hits you with the back air, and we've seen a lot of spot dodges in that game from Ravenking too. So I think AnthonyIsntCool has a very good read on when we're seeing the spot dodges, when we're timing the drop of our shield, and very dominant gameplay in that game one.
Yeah, and I would maybe like suggest parry, but like it's such a long and like big move that parrying almost doesn't really do anything, and like parrying is like kind of bad to begin with, so like it wouldn't really help. So it's more so kind of figuring out how to like dash under it, maybe a down tilt, but honestly with cloud back air you might just get hit anyway. So
yeah, because I think Anthony does a great job of like spacing the back air, so parrying is not going to give you the result that you would want. Maybe if it's like the back of your shield and your Joker and you're catching him jumping again. But I don't know. It seems really hard to deal with, especially in that situation. Like Joker does not have a great out of shield.
Yeah, it's like, what do you do, nair? Back air?
But it's not even gonna hit. So like,
really,
you just have to keep holding shield, I guess. When you have an unspaced back air like that, you're able to find the grab there, and so Ravenking able to get him off stage. But in general, when we're seeing Anthony space these back airs, it just seems really hard to deal with.
Oh, okay. Talk to him, Ravenking. He just called out like 3 options in a row and it's kept him off stage. 82%. Nice stuff from Ravenking, and then Anthony like setting up in the middle of the stage as he wants to, but Ravenking kind of not really letting him.
I like that they're using the Blade Beam to call out the down guns that we saw previously, which could make it really hard to recover if you are Cloud. So I like that we're just seeing a lot of aggression. We saw that earlier in the Anthony set too. He was using a lot of like early uppies, down air into nothing.
Into intimidation.
Okay. You know, I respect it because that's conditioning for later. You recognize that he's not immediately going to press a button so that you can press a button immediately instead.
Yeah. And I just know that Ravenking is going to bank that one.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Yeah.
I love that. Just double jumping back to center stage makes a lot of sense when you're at this kill percent because that F tilt's super strong. Going to kill there on Town and City. And now we have even stocks, but potentially dangerous here with that limit, but just jumping right over that Blade Beam once again. So just trying to find a nice combo opener here, and that's going to be it there, the grab for Ravenking, but there's that early uppie. It's a really good get-off-me option when you're recovering as Cloud, and Anthony playing Cloud, a very gimpable character. Okay, well, I was going to say he doesn't...
He had his jump. and it didn't even matter.
I think that he does like a pretty good job in general for recovering, but in that scenario, Ravenking just got the perfect hits to make it so he could not get back.
Oh man, these pivot grabs from Ravenking have been super nice this game.
Okay. Ooh, okay, that up air is super risky if Ravenking's ready for it, but it actually worked out and just threads the needle to get back to the ledge with the down air too. That's what I'm talking about, folks. AnthonyIsntCool is so clutch with these recoveries.
Uh-oh.
Little early on that air dodge though.
Get
No
him!
way! Oh my gosh.
Ravenking looking over. I'm that guy. I'm that guy. You can't
That's so funny.
try to cheese me. Who do you think you are? yeah, and there's a lot of Michigan players here in the crowd behind him, and Ravenking the type of player to take that crowd against him and like really channel that in his favor.
Oh yeah.
But still, like very even, like for the most part, it's just Ravenking is like really taking advantage of Cloud's inability to recover.
Banger alert. I love this song.
Oh, I missed it. What's the name of it?
Couldn't tell you. It reminds me of Subspace Emissary though.
I'll take your word
Shoutouts to
for
the
it.
old people,
I remember
the brawlers.
I remember Subspace Emissary. I could never beat that final boss.
I don't know if I ever did. I'm not gonna lie.
It was hard. No one would play with me. My
God.
sisters were bad. But the combos are good.
Oh my gosh, it just keeps going. That movement from Ravenking was so cool to just gliding off of the platform there. But now we're both glowing blue. We're both at pretty even percents, and this is an opportunity to find a stock. But Anthony using his limit, or losing his limit already. But now I love those guns for that extra pressure. Not able to set up for the down air because of that gun pressure. And we've seen that so often from Anthony. He sets up with his back to the ledge, goes for the up smash. He's expecting a roll out of the corner, but Ravenking is just not giving it to him. Oh my gosh, and another up smash. But Ravenking just doing a great job of playing around Cloud's shield right now.
Yeah, and these like little itty bitty movements, but it doesn't, like those cute movements are nothing to a giant sword. Anthony like taking a small lead, has limit, and is able to push Ravenking into the corner.
But yeah, just taking his time, taking his space with those guns. Now getting a lot of shield pressure as well. You cannot take another one of those, girl. Get out of there.
Chop on that shield. That is looking small and an unfortunate SD evening the stocks up, but it's all good. Anthony can bring this back. Another, still with the pressure on the ledge.
Yeah, and it seems like Anthony is just very comfortable with just getting the shield pressure on Ravenking, just throwing out those fares and back airs because, like we said, it doesn't really feel like Joker has a great out-of-shield option.
Oh yeah, none of them are fast enough, and Anthony is just able to like read the option, react to the option. There we go, and the grab. Great stuff.
Oh, that aggression onto the ledge there too. That can be a little scary if Anthony's ready to call it out with like an F smash or an up smash, but still holding on to this stock here for Ravenking. Oh, the double!
Are you
kidding
me?
Do it again.
You lost Arsene and you're immediately about to get him back. That is such good recognition from Ravenking, and then pushing advantage at the perfect moment. Arsene is about 5-10 seconds away from showing up, and now even faster with that back throw. Limit a little, like halfway there.
Ooh, nice call out with the down smash on the platform too. We see that Anthony is doing a lot of the jumps to the platform rather than trying to recover low, and that uppie just not going to snap the ledge there. So now Anthony kind of in a sticky situation here against Arsene Joker, and this is a great opportunity for Ravenking to get some extra percent, rack up some damage, staying right outside of the range of Cloud 2, just spacing with these back airs. Ravenking is playing very strong right now in this game 3.
Yeah, pushing the advantage, just getting a little bit more of that percent. Arsene likely not going to show up, definitely not going to show up on that second stock for Ravenking, but 54% is nothing to sneeze at for a character like Cloud and a player like Anthony. And that back air to immediate limit cross slash 40%. What are we doing, Anthony?
It's so much damage just off of that one interaction, but now Ravenking still, he's just very strong at this type of defensive playstyle, just staying right outside of the range of Anthony. But Anthony's playing really fast right now. I love that use of the up air, and then he's doing a lot of empty lands too, I think, trying to call out with an up smash. Just trying to stay towards center stage is going to be very pivotal here for Anthony. Oh, calls out that air dodge, the early air dodge there. That's the type of stuff that I'm talking about. Like, Anthony chose not to press a button earlier, and so Ravenking just waits on the ground, waits out the air dodge in that scenario too. It's that type of conditioning on how we're landing and using those platforms that is really important with these types of games.
Oh, absolutely. And both of these characters have been so like sneaky and slippery with their options. Like I've seen so many tomahawk grabs and so many like I'm gonna jump around and then hit you with a little haha. But it's like these little pokes that like open up advantage and allow these characters and these players to really push each other off the stage. And it's worse for Anthony because of the character of Cloud, but like 42% to start game 4?
Ooh.
And then answer right back?
Okay, yeah, and the guns are actually pretty effective at stuffing out approaches too. Tries to go for a ledge trump there, but not gonna work out for him. Yeah, and I love the way that like we're seeing the movement in between the platforms from Ravenking too. Oh, you're fine. Yeah, he's using a lot of like landing there. Girl, okay, did not have enough time to like set up there, but I think if just one like hit of fair could have cost AnthonyIsntCool his stock there, but still gonna lose it anyway. And now we have full Arsene against Anthony. This is very scary. Just a lot of extra percent could be added here if Anthony is not careful.
Yeah, and well, he's far from careful. He's just swinging.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, with the nair to the back into the down air. Arsene does not matter.
Okay, now you're on the platform though, so what do? You see a lot of that platform pressure with the up air from Ravenking, just using the counter on the platform too to try to get some extra Arsene charge, but he's already back.
Man, just what happens when you do that much damage as Cloud and holding him on the ledge, but that nair opening up a litany of options for Ravenking.
And because of the speed of Cloud too, oh my gosh, this aggression off stage. But the speed of Cloud is making it so that we're not seeing a lot of that side B from Joker like we saw in previous sets as well. Just because Cloud is able to dash underneath it so quick and just open you up and get so much damage. Ravenking really needs to make something happen here if he does not want this to go to a game 5.
Oh yeah, the last thing I would want to do is deal with another game of Cloud when like you can close it out here, but you still got to make up a full stock and take the next one.
Yeah, great coverage there with the neutral B to cover the platform. There's that side B though, that's going to be a lot of ticking damage, but the aggressive up B, once again, letting Anthony get back onto stage. Big punish here into the drag down smash, but not going to work out, and up smash going to put Anthony into this game 5.
Going up smash for up smash against Cloud. Not ideal.
Ugh.
Oh, we got back-to-back game 5s.
Yeah.
How fun is this?
That's so stressful, dude. I don't know that I can handle this. I think I'm going to get off comms and just pass out on the ground.
Yeah, this is like, because this is how you get you burn your calories. You like watch these sets back to back, and you're like, oh wow, my heart rate's been at like 125 plus for like 45 minutes.
Girl, I'm stressing out, and I'm sure both of these players are stressing out too. This is losers reminder. Second seed in losers, and we also have Ravenking potentially on the brink of a huge upset over Anthony. So this is such an important game on FD here. Game 5. The shield is low again, just so much pressure from Anthony with these aerials. It's so hard to deal with for Ravenking, but he's been doing a fantastic job just trying to find his combo starters. Oh, this is so scary.
And there's nowhere to run anymore. There's no platform, so Ravenking has to make his own openings, make his own like break out of disadvantage options. So it's gonna be a lot of these more like call outs and mix ups. And now Anthony on the ledge. Arsene being here is helpful, but our limit's also here. And
okay, there's the down guns. Oh wow, we have not seen that yet. That is so clutch, and he's not gonna be able to make it back from that. I love that he waited to pull that out until game 5. That's going to be really hard to deal with. We could see Anthony potentially using the uppy spike like he tried to do in a previous game too, but just really good stuff there from Ravenking.
Oh, and missing the air dodge. No, at the worst possible time. But this is the best time to jump on that. Like, it sucks that your opponent SDs, but it's the oh my gosh! And it's the worst time to make a boneheaded neutral get up like that. You still have a full stock lead, but you have given momentum back to Anthony, and that is something that you don't want to do. 30%, but still a full stock down, holding stage control and being like damage after damage is the name of the game for Anthony.
Both of these characters are the type of characters that can make this type of lead back too. I mean, if you're playing hot with Cloud, you can rack up damage so quickly. You can get a crazy read that'll lead to a stock with an F smash or a finishing touch too. So Anthony is definitely still in this, and he's displaying that right now, getting a lot of damage, but that dash attack, great way to clear the floor. There's that aggressive up B once again to get back to the ledge, but back air just so hard to deal with. Oh my gosh, barely avoids that down air from Joker.
And now looking to seal away this stock and make it a closer game.
Oh my gosh.
Arsene making it so much harder. That down smash is tough. Do you have a jump?
Oh, that recovery was insane. He was nowhere near limit and still made it back to the ledge.
And that forward air,
the jump, bruh.
And the up smash makes
gosh.
it even. This is a very tough mountain to climb for Ravenking. Ew, wow, throws out the neutral,
my gosh.
limit. A little bit of damage here and there. Base Joker, very tough.
Like, what do you do? If you're Ravenking, you can't do anything with your shield. You do that exactly. Gets the back air. Ravenking with the crazy upset, screaming to the crowd as well. Great stuff. That was such a fantastic set. And honestly, Anthony did a great job in that last stock too. I would not have been surprised if he was able to make that back. Anthony is 100% the type of player that can clutch that stuff out, but Ravenking still holding on to it, taking that set 3-2 with a butt-clenching game 5. That was so crazy. Great
Yet another
stuff.
one.
Another one. I can't do any more of this, bro.
More. Give me more. Run it back.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think that'll be the end of our block here, but definitely stay tuned. We're going to have Sai and Cal coming back on. So definitely stay tuned for that, I think. Right?
I think it's Sai and,
oh, no, it's Sai and
Pow Pow.
And Pow Pow. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Sai and Cal were on earlier. I'm all mixed up. It's fine. But thank you so much for tuning in. Definitely stay tuned. If you want to see Ravenking make a crazy run or Atata try to fight his way back to Grands, definitely stay tuned. I've been Emma. You can follow me on Twitter at reallifesamus_. I'm open to all commentary, critiques, comments, tips, anything. So definitely follow me on there. And where can people find you?
Yeah, I'm Mochi. Don't be mean to me online. I'm sensitive.
Yeah.
So just to follow and don't be mean to her. She was fantastic.
Yeah,
so
thank you.
you so much for sticking with us. Please stay tuned. These sets are going to be amazing. Shout out to the Odyssey team and stay tuned. Thank you for watching.
I was just confused of like, is it only here?
Well, okay, so they were gonna move it up there, and they don't have anything together. So I'm going back here.
That's why I was just confused.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
That was my main.
I'm confused.
Yeah, it was game 5.
It's turned off. I'm so sorry. Don't look at me like that. Oh, yeah.
Fuck it. All right, fuck it. We're in. We're in. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Same.
All right. I mean, I don't blame them.
So they were going to do 2 sets possible.
Hello. Hello. All right. I hope our mics are on, but this is Sai being joined by Pow Pow, of course, coming back to you with the top 8 of Midwest Battleground in the same place it was being done for the entire day, starting right now. So it looks like Suspect already has a pretty massive lead, 95% on Ice Spice, Jesus Christ, Ice Knight. No, Ice Knight is way more relevant than her. But pretty big lead already. Ice Knight's kind of just going to have to just kind of hang back in camp because this is just a really high risk-reward scenario for Kazuya. But so far, he's starting to catch up a little bit.
And not to mention, just Suspect, such a flexible Kazuya player. That's something you're going to say about many Kazuya players, but he's really able to just take any interaction and get the absolute most damage out of it that he possibly can. So, and Ice Knight doing a good job, though, of just kind of clawing his way back into this game.
Oh, my God.
That hit from a roll's length away.
He said, I'm going to space his aerial as perfectly as his character possibly can. And Kazuya's like, I don't really care about that. Here's
you
an
ever,
electric, like,
You ever heard a little electric wind god fist?
right. All right. Is our audio going out to them, by the way?
It is.
Okay, cool.
Just make sure these are off.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, getting that up smash there, cleaning up that stock. Ice Knight, not too bad or worse for wear. Also to note, they did opt for PS2 for this game one. Definitely going to lend itself to Ice Knight playing that more defensive game here. Going to be seeing a lot of shurikens come out, I'm sure, throughout this game, throughout this set. Ice Knight just really putting together a great combo right now.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Yeah, kind of taking a play you'd expect to see from Kazuya's book, especially being able to use that platform to extend that combo even further. So as challenging as all of this is, we do have ourselves an even game here, and obviously Ice Knight wants to slow it down, but he's going to be eating that electric and up B and just barely living on.
Trying to find his way out of this corner. Zarya's own advantage stay here, trying to hold this stage, but eating that jab. And now Suspect trying to just finish out this stock here. Finding that last hit he needs, but getting another up smash on the platform. That was fantastic coverage and recognition from Ice Knight. And now first lead of the set so far, but bleeding out here, not going to be lasting for much longer on this stock too.
And you can tell he's already adapting because like that back air trade on the first stock was so egregious. Ice Knight's like, I'm not even going to risk spacing this. I'm just going to wait for you to whiff something, try to force a whiff punish and get my advantage there because Kazuya, as talented as a character as he is, he does kind of struggle in this advantage, and that's really where I think Ice Knight is going to be able to kind of like make some good footing on this matchup.
And you're also seeing just how he struggles when he has to initiate that offense too. Isn't able to get these guaranteed uppies out of shield to steal out this stock. And Ice Knight just playing a really strong defense, getting that down tilt in the forward smash will take it at 75.
That was really, really good, especially considering like people can kind of like pester Kazuya off stage and like kind of reset the scenario, but they don't really like kill him for recovering very often. But finding that 2-frame, not only was that like a massive punish, that looks like something he can probably pretty consistently do. So that's a huge issue for Suspect going into the rest of this set.
And for those that don't know, I believe the most recent time these guys played was Invincible 8 last year, about 8 months ago. And Suspect did take that in a very close Game 5. So Ice Knight looking to even up the score here. And actually seeing Suspect take them here to Kalos Pokemon League. Probably trying to make the most of that big space in the middle. No platforms for Ice Knight to escape, but also just gives Ice Knight, again, a lot of room to play with those shurikens and move around Suspect.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. Like, I understand the concept of like just trying to smother him somewhat, but Greninja's so mobile, it's going to be really easy. Like, if Ice Knight is committed to just being really, really defensive, it's going to be tough to track him down here. But either way, only a few percent separating us so far. Great cross-up neutral air, not going to deal with that electric or that up B out of shield because we know that's a massive punish from Kazuya. But yeah, Suspect getting caught by the Hydro Pump and nearly losing that stock.
And Ice Knight just really putting on his thinking cap in this set so far, really mixing up his timings, his decision-making here and there, but that's not going to matter when you just iframe through it and get that down B with the Rage Drive. That'll sell out the stock absolutely.
Yeah, that was huge. I think the Rage might have thrown Suspect off that combo. Ice Knight was barely able to maneuver out of it. Of course, immediately takes a stock for it because that could have been a easy 0-to-death for Suspect. So definitely good awareness on him.
And finally, getting an unsafe hit on shield there is Ice Knight. Now, Suspect starting to find those grabs, but not getting too much percent out of them so far. It feels like, as far as damage per hit, Ice Knight's been getting a lot more consistently so far.
Which is not what you expect in this matchup. You expect it to be like, you have 3 chances to make this happen because like Kazuya is so good at like finding those 0-deaths, and Greninja loves to be within electric range. He loves to hang out on your shield with those cross-up neutral airs and things like that. But yeah, Ice Knight's movement has just been really, really strong, and he's starting to get a good lock on Suspect's defensive habits too. He's starting to call out these air dodges more too.
And those quick back airs, too, coming out from Ice Knight time and time again when he has the advantage state. And just finding another one of those forward smashes. What?
That was insane. I think he only died like 100 on Kalos as Kazuya. Like, that's crazy to see.
And just really early in the set, too, it feels like Ice Knight has the hard download on a lot of these defensive options from Suspect. Getting a lot of early stocks and making it really hard for Suspect to find his footing in this set. And here, being pushed off stage once again, going deep into the blast for that back air and not quite going to take it. But, man, Ice Knight is applying all the pressure.
It really is. Already got him lapped to percent here. Kind of reaching a little bit, trying to find an up smash, expecting Ice Knight to be on top of his shield. But even in those situations where it's like a little bit of a scramble, great nair to fair right there. In those situations where it's a scramble, Ice Knight is like, all right, the first time I stuck a poke out just to see what would happen, I died. So I'm just going to commit to being faster than you and getting out of the way. And that's exactly what he needed to keep that lead there, because anytime he overextends, Kazuya is just deleting that stock.
And yet, Ice Knight just putting on just enough pressure in those advantage states and picking his spots so carefully that he's able to take these guaranteed percentages and just continue to push and push and push Suspect off stage. And now we're looking at what was, previously a really close Game 5, and this has been all Ice Knight.
Yeah, it really has been. It seems like Suspect is fine running it back to Kalos. Again, I don't think it's like in most other matchups, I would obviously understand why Kazuya wants to stage, but I'm like, I don't know. Ice Knight is maneuvering on this really, really well. I think maybe smothering him to like Smashville, like SBF, might have been a little bit easier, as far as like just tracking him down. But either way, hopefully Game 3 can work a little better for Suspect. Parry into a 37% combo, not exactly what he wanted. Ice Knight going to get to live another day and rack up great damage himself right after it.
And not to mention, too, like on a stage like Smashville, you have those platforms mid-stage that you can extend with Kazuya, but so far, not necessarily needing them. Finally starting to get those openings you would expect from Suspect. Already has Ice Knight here, gets that up B, still this first stock, and this is the first big lead Suspect has had in quite some time in this set.
Yeah, he really needed that. But like I was saying, with him tracking out his defensive habits, kind of got a little crazy with that up B right there, and Ice Knight found a good punish. But Suspect still looking pretty solid. Hasn't been bullied up the ledge too terribly, but I feel like that could definitely start happening later in.
Yeah, and Suspect, a much more well-rounded player than you see from,
nice.
Deep edge guard, deep edge guard. But you're off stage here, okay, regrab, surviving there. But as I was saying, a very well-rounded Kazuya player, because he has his ledge trap. He can mix up his advantage state as he needs to, depending on the percentages, combos. So we're probably going to see him, if he's able to keep this set alive, continue to push those ledge traps like you're talking about. And just, has Ice Knight right where he needs him right now. Just needs to find that one more Electric Wind God Fist. And up B will probably do it here pretty soon.
I mean, even a non-Rage Art command grab might do it at this point. But you see him definitely, just trying to figure it out, back throwing him off. Laser going to get him some free damage here. I think we need to see, a consistent punish for Greninja from the ledge. And that's easier said than done, because that character is, crazy fast, so it's hard to, get that right every time. But we definitely need that, because right now, great up B out of shield. Ice Knight was just one down tilt or dash attack away from tying things back up.
Yeah, that down tilt up smash would have absolutely taken the stock there with that full tank of Rage that Ice Knight had. So now the Rage Drive is on deck here. Needs to keep him off stage here. Won't let him land. Nice. He's been finding those back airs time and time again when he has Suspect off stage, and that will take it and even things pretty much back up here.
Yeah, I feel like Kazuya's recovery is strong, but if the opponent is really patient and just waits for him to make a committal move after the recovery, it's easy to punish it, and that's exactly what Ice Knight did 3 times in a row there. Nice 34% straight off on this next stock. Still pretty far down here. Has to be so careful on what he's willing to throw out. Even that dash attack nearly gave Suspect the game right there. You can tell Suspect wants it. He really needs a round to get this momentum going, but right now, Ice Knight clawing his way back in there, 64%, and this Hydro Pump could spell disaster if Suspect isn't careful.
And here we go. There's also that got to keep in mind that Kazuya has more frames on his jump squat than the rest of the cast. I believe it's either 6 frames, 9 frames. And that's what Ice Knight continues to shark and call out with these back airs, catches them in that jump. But that down tilt was very safe, perfectly spaced. And that up smash will take it. And Ice Knight with a quick 3-0 to advance to winners finals.
Yeah, really good 3-0 right there from Ice Knight. Incredible work. What is happening up there?
They're doing And they're just setting a suspect right back down to play again.
Okay, I guess we're gonna get. Is he cool with? All right, whatever.
I would not be cool with that without
No,
a suspect. But.
no, especially after like getting 30. All right, so gang, coming into this, we're gonna be getting suspect versus Atata. On the other side of the stream is the set I wanted with Rob and Sir Dank.
We're gonna be looking over the whole time. Man,
Yeah,
could be nice.
I was looking forward to that. I guess
What's
we could
going
go
on here?
I don't know. Are we finishing the tournament? I don't know what's happening, dude. Oh my god, man! I wish we had that.
Suspect going into training mode right now on the stream while the other set is going off stream. What are we doing here?
I don't know what we're doing. We're just vibing, I guess. I don't know.
Here we are. We can just commentate the other set. Oh no, we can just watch him lab out. He's labbing out electric wing out fist combos on Ness right now.
Honestly, valid. Hey, give me like 2 seconds. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Go for it. Go for it.
Okay, Landon, what the fuck did they say over there? I know. What did they say over there? I know it's not. What's happening?
They're running winner semis on there because they really badly wanted them on stage.
Thank you for cheer. Well, gang, so sorry for the difficulties there. There is another stream running with other matches, but our match is going to be Suspect versus Atata. So again, these are two of the finest players in the region. Suspect, of course, being one of the strongest in Michigan. Atata, obviously the pride and joy of Chicago here in Illinois. So we're going to be getting Nest Kazuya. That seems like a very, very chaotic matchup, kind of for everybody involved, but I'm definitely curious to see how this is going to go down.
Especially because both these characters do want to scrap. They want to be up close, and that's what those. He does have those big hitboxes, but he needs to be up on you in order to get his offense going. And Kazuya, being Kazuya, one hit could be your stock. So this presents a big challenge, I think, especially for Atata. Puts a lot of pressure on him to be careful with how he's approaching and how he's putting out these hitboxes. But Chicago, very familiar with the Kazuya matchup, has multiple really good Kazuya players there. So he has his work cut out for him, but I know he's going to come in ready and understand what he needs to do here to keep Suspect at bay.
Right. It's definitely going to be a difficult one. I'm curious to know how horrifying Reflected PK Fire can be.
I was wondering about that.
I'm really just like, because I feel like the initial knockback won't be enough to kill because that move is mostly just like crazy damage, but most other projectiles, Kazuya reflects it. Sakurai decided, I deserve a stock for that. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the thought process was on that.
If you got the input, man, you got the stock.
Yeah, right. Like, this is hard for me, so yeah, this should reflect 45 times multiplied over. I don't know.
Yeah, getting in this game one here on PS2 gives Atata those platforms to get those auto-cancel PK fires on, but also he's just getting right into work. You're getting right in Kazuya's face.
Yeah. I think a huge thing here is, of course, obviously Electric is really prominent in every matchup, but specifically Ness loves to get a whole lot of pressure from those falling nairs and forward airs and things of that nature, so he's going to be right in Kazuya's threat zone a lot of the time. But right now, looks like Atata's doing a great job of just sharking under him, getting those multi-hit up airs that are super active and just making it tough for Kazuya to find a landing. Re-grabbing was really, really risky, but he did not get punished just yet. Hopefully Suspect can find his way back down to the ground, because otherwise this might be a nice opening year for Atata.
Yeah, trying to find this yo-yo, and he gets the call out on the landing with that up smash on the yo-yo. You'd think he'd be looking for the roll or the neutral get up there, but perfectly calling out what Suspect wanted to do to get off that ledge. And you're seeing, okay, I was just saying, you're seeing Atata efficiently plank Kazuya here. Doesn't really have the options to two-frame on that ledge or, like, punish the re-grab, but
Right.
gets called out there, gets that, but oh my god, so much damage so fast from Atata. Air dodges.
Yeah, geez, 66% from mostly just PK Fire and a straight hit aerial. Kazuya was just caught in a really hard spot there, but forcing the air dodge off of that PK Thunder was devious work. Great start to Atata here. Hopefully Suspect can find like a big opening and kind of tap things back up.
And something that we haven't touched on that we meant to was this top 8 even was the battle of Chicago versus Michigan.
Yes.
And every single set was Chicago versus Michigan. And Michigan known as a really strong region, so you'd think that it would be, you know, at least even or even in Michigan favor, but Chicago's been kind of cleaning house.
Yeah.
We've got, it's 4-2 at this point. We just saw Ice Knight take that set over Suspect really quickly, and Atata just immediately picking up where Ice Knight left off and has this early lead.
And even Atata still being here in this top 8, it was an incredibly hard-fought battle with Avian. It went to Game 5. Atata was at like 150, found like a Gimp at like 50% on Avian to win the entire set. It has been a struggle, but Chicago has been able to pull through. Right now, Suspect kind of just running in. Amazing up B at a disadvantage out of PK Fire. That was such a smart option. I mean, that's such a huge combo starter for Ness, so great reaction from Suspect.
And something that I want to talk about, Suspect is my favorite Kazuya player.
Okay.
He is so strong with this character that I think if other Kazuya players were as fleshed out and using his entire moveset instead of just fishing for Electric Wind God Fist setups, like the same ones, this character would still be viewed a lot more highly, like, and be a lot more positively favored in a lot of matchups.
I
like,
agree, yeah.
His fluidity with this character and his flexibility and how he goes for his combo setups is so strong, but getting that parry down smash, now he's in a bad spot off stage. Just great air dodge in to save his life there, and he has this Ray Drive still on deck.
Yeah, and honestly, even at only 50%, it could mean a lot. Just a stray aerial or two could be the difference maker in this matchup. But as soon as I say it, soft back air gonna knock off Rage Drive. So now Kazuya has to fight this a little bit more squarely here. Of course, any confirm, especially from underneath those platforms, could be a huge disaster. But Atata's being very, very cautious with the shots.
He's been so good with that up smash. Like,
yeah.
Typically you see Nessus go for the down smash in most situations, but he's doing a great job of covering jump. He covers that roll behind there and just making it really difficult for Suspect to get off the ledge and going up 2-0.
And this is, of course, Atata, you know, lifelong Ness main. This is one of those people where it's just like, he's got his 1,000 hours. He knows exactly where to stand to cover neutral, get up, jump, and roll with the same up smash. And Suspect got hit at it at multiple different angles. So it just looks really tough. Even when he did a get-up attack for the first time there, like 30 seconds prior, he gets parry down smash right after. So Atata is definitely making it just like a nightmare to get back on stage. And Suspect has not been able to win those air-to-air exchanges and pull Ness down into those huge grounded hit confirms that we need to see from Kazuya.
And something that we haven't touched on yet, too, is just how tough it is for Kazuya to get off the ledge. Doesn't have great options, especially with that higher frame jump squat. You see a lot of Kazuyas, especially lower level ones, will be going for that side B just to quickly get off the ledge. But it's not going to work against Atata, and he's really struggling to find answers to get off the ledge here without taking either minimal damage or losing his stock entirely.
Right. So, getting into this game, too, it looks like a little bit of it already started. Atata, game 3?
Yeah, Atata's already up 2-0, I believe. Or is it 1-0?
This is game 2, right?
Is it game 2? Okay.
Oh, it's game 2. It's game 2.
That's on me.
All right. Well, it looks like Suspect has got the first lead here, but once again, got to make it back to the stage. Down smash, an incredible option, especially after Kazuya's already been like kind of pestered by that PK Fire. So we have ourselves an even game. I like the angles that Atata is fighting from too. Those diagonals with the PK Fires where like Kazuya can't really punish it. Wow, his offense is looking amazing right now.
Can you talk about how he started that combo with cross-up back air from Ness into the grab?
Oh
and
my
this
God!
continues to go off!
He put him on TikTok. He did the TikTok thing. That's crazy. Jesus.
Ted's the TikTok king, too. He has so many followers on TikTok.
Dude. I'm going to be super real. For Suspect, this has to be really unfortunate because, like, he just lost to Ice Knight, and then this set is not going great. So I imagine, like, mentally it's probably just really taxing, especially to just get 0 death like that by Ness. But hopefully he can push through and, like, weather the storm, trying to find his way back to the stage, using that laser.
Another parry on the get-up attack into the kill. Atata continues to find them time and time again.
Yeah, he's really, really consistent.
Whether it's Avian, whether it's Suspect, he is finding them every time.
Yeah, and you know, obviously you can tell the Suspect is like frustrated because that second stock that was like in the blink of an eye. So this is a testament where you have to really figure out how to like ground yourself, how to try to shake it off. Like remember, like you're here for a reason. You're obviously like a top Kazuya player. You know, you just got to lock in. But that was a crazy game too from Atata because game 1 was still like fairly close and slow. That was like 90 seconds. Like
and these two are on completely different levels of momentum. Where Atato's riding high off of that huge comeback in the previous set against Avian. Suspect's coming off of a quick 3-0. So now you got these two levels of momentum that are just kind of colliding, and then now Atata's continuing to ride that momentum. And Suspect, how do you respond here?
You definitely take your time. I know that much. You take some time, but characters like I fully understand doing that. Just to be like, oh, is the match going?
This is where you go back into that training mode that he was on earlier. Yeah, but apparently Suspect is.
We don't have the stream on. We don't have the.
Yeah, Suspect already getting that stock here off in the meantime. I was gonna suggest going back into the training mode like he had on Ness earlier, but
honestly,
does not need that.
All right, so it looks like Suspect does have the lead here. Unfortunately, we didn't get to catch it, but hopefully he can maintain it for a little bit. Avoiding the up smash, but gonna eat that back throw anyway. Got ourselves an even game here. I think the number one thing we need to see is, 1, Suspect slow down the pace. 2, find a stronger answer to that diagonal PK fire, and he can really get a lot of mileage off just that for the start here.
It's also just really hard for him to maximize that heavier weight class from Kazuya, just with how consistently Atata can take those stocks with Ness. That back throw just a really easy answer if Kazuya wants to sit and shield. And now Atata immediately getting,
he missed
barely
it.
avoids the PK Thunder 2.
Wow, and Suspect not even able to find the command grab there. I like the string that Atata went for. He was trying to find PK Magnet Dare, recognized it was wrong, nared him, and because Kazuya was facing outside of him, just air dodged back to the stage, didn't even bother trading with PK Thunder or getting it like kite blocked or anything. But yeah, he's just playing at such an exceptional level right now. Suspect does have that rage command grab, and that could be a huge factor here. Oh, and
High frames just goes through him with the command grab.
That's so crazy, especially to iframe through something like that at 138. That was wild. But another parry down smash.
Parry get up attack with the forward tilt. Doesn't even need the down smash that time, and Atata just looking to end it right here in the PK Thunder, and the down air will take it. Atata moves on with the quickest 3-0 there.
He's playing insane right now. And again, this is someone that was just like pixels away from getting upset, not even making it into the top 8. But now that he's here to remind us why he is the #1 seed. What an incredible set that was right there, especially for the player of the caliber of Suspect. But yeah, his advantage state was just out of this world just now. Like that was just phenomenal overall. Truly was.
It's tough for Suspect, like we were talking about earlier, where it's especially with the schedule.
That's fine. But
So-
yeah.
Yeah, it's just also tough too with like the scheduling where it's 10 o'clock here in Chicago CST, and I've been playing all day, and now just immediately having to bounce back and go back and play in losers after a quick 3-0. You don't really get time to think about what went wrong. You don't get to game plan for your next set because you basically have to sit down and play again. While Atata has been sitting there waiting to see who he's going to play, he's been ready.
Right.
So it's just a really tough draw for Suspect.
Yeah, and this isn't just like, it's not like you lose in pools and like, okay, just run it back as whatever. Like, no, these are like the top players that are in this bracket. So that's just very mentally draining, especially the way Game 2 went. So honestly, I get it. But yeah, Atata made really quick work of that for him for sure. Coming into this, we're going to be getting Sir Dank and Ravenking, which means that Rob was able to beat Sir Dank and is going to be sitting in winners finals, the Michigan Snake. Meanwhile, we've got an Illinois team kill here. Somewhat with Sir Dank and Ravenking. Obviously, they've played each other a fair amount of times and they're friends. I'm curious to know who Ravenking is going to go here. I don't know if he's more comfortable going Ike or Joker in this matchup.
It really depends on the week. These guys play every single week, whether it's at scrims or it's at tri-point. They are playing at least one set a week, almost every single week. So,
do you know who normally kind of comes out on top?
It's really back and forth, but if like we had to do like a percentage, it would be Sir Dank, probably like at least 60-40.
Okay.
You will see Ravenking will sometimes opt for the Ike in certain times when he's just feeling it. But we are seeing the Joker here to start off, and we're going to see where things go. I had the pleasure of commentating the Ravenking Ike in doubles for a while, and it was really cooking.
Oh, yeah, I bet. Like today? Like in dubs today? Nice.
Yeah.
All right, first big punish here. Dash attack on shield. Not going to be the safest option. Both these players are very, very explosive. Sir Dank, I think, a little bit more because I feel like you get your most value out of Captain Falcon when you're getting those like huge explosive like stocks out of like small interactions. Joker can afford to play a lot slower and kind of chip away at you, even though Arson's crazy. But either way, pretty even so far here. Trying to sink that back air in. Great up out of shield from Sir Dank. Definitely making Ravenking respect him.
And like you were talking about earlier, just with how Joker has to play a little more careful even with that Arsene out, because if he gets put off stage and has to commit to that up B, it can be a nightmare to try to get back onto the stage. And just those more particular hitboxes that base Joker has. But finding that, just baiting out the up B, getting through, finding that up smash also with how much drift is on that up B is hard to do. So that was really impressive from Ravenking.
Oh, I fully agree with you. Yeah, Falcon has like ridiculous horizontal drift, and it never really like comes up that much. So yeah, definitely
unless you're trying to
edge
edge
right there. But yeah, unless you're trying to edge. But another up out of shield, not going to kill, but of course going to give you a lot of free damage. I like the attempt from Ravenking trying to like force an air with that gun. Very underrated offstage tool as far as like the entire game's meta. I think gun is really, really slept on since it's been nerfed like however many years ago. But good attempt either way.
It's really a neutral tool as well, just to stuff out quick approaches. But you're not needing to approach where you're just putting out a back air. But that back throw just gonna barely not kill. To get a Arsene this late in the stock, you got to try to make the most out of this is your Ravenking to try to just push that lead a little more.
Yeah. This is that scenario we used to see with like classic MK Leo when he get this Arsene, we're like, oh god, he's gonna win off this, you know. Like he's at like 190, 200, and there's still some Arsene meters. Like he's gonna kill you at 70 for it. Trying to make it happen. F throw definitely gonna be enough here. So Sir Dank has the stocks even. Percent deficit, I would say negligible, just because Falcon can just get so much off you at just 0%. So Ravenking gonna have to be really careful with the spacing. Wow, up B raw does 22. That's crazy.
That's the Sir Dank, man. Like,
that's crazy.
The Sir Dank experience, if you haven't experienced it, it's something else. He will go for those up Bs. He will go for those up smashes. If you'll see him go for an up smash just to go for it under a platform because it's completely safe. But already seeing that Arsene come out, you saw the F smash. He had it locked and loaded. No one home, but very much in this game. But goes for the up smash there, and he eats a punish and dies for it. You do not see that very often.
No, that's one of those up smash you're talking about where like you just kind of see what'll happen. But Ravenking is such a seasoned player. He's like, I'm taking that small error and I'm getting that stock for it.
He's also seasoned in Sir Dank.
Yes.
Where these guys play every week, but that up smash will find its mark there to even things back up. Dead even on this final stock of game one.
All right, nice 23% here. Let's see how Sir Dank responds. I feel like the corner is going to be really, really tough for Joker because like he has good options, but they're all committal. And if Sir Dank is patient, this is just going to keep getting reset like this. So hopefully he can figure something out. But so far we are 0 for 4 on getting out the corner. 75% and rising just for being off stage once.
Yeah, getting that grab, just sharking for a little bit of damage here with this Arsene. You're seeing a lot of those nairs just to get those continuous hitboxes, make it hard for him to get those up Bs out of shield. But Sir Dank doing a great job of just taking his time, finding his spots. Typically, you'll see people kind of just run away from Arsene or they really fight, but getting that down smash to take it? 80% was that?
That's the kind of play you have when you played somebody 100 times. You're like, oh, I know the exact range of that get-up attack. That was so well spaced. And I think he kind of like shifted his hurt box a little bit when he did it too, because he stuck his leg like a little bit back out. That was really, really smart from Sir Dank. So great punish, great start to the set.
And this one will probably go the distance. These two typically go game 5. And this is tough too. Like when you play so much at the local level and then you have to go and play someone you play all the time at a regional, thankfully these guys it's a situation where they play all the time. It's very close.
And I imagine they're friends.
Oh yeah.
You know.
But like, there's a lot of times you'll play someone at your local that you dominate, and then you play that at the region, you're like, I gotta win now.
Yeah.
I need to win this one.
It's like you got to see when it really counts. Amazing combo right there, forcing the air dodge with the double neutral air. Ravenking really between a rock and a hard place here, just barely lucky enough to make it back to the stage at 117, but Arsene is already almost out of here. We're going to need to see a huge play, or even at least just a side B to rack up some damage here, because Sirdank has a crazy amount of momentum in this game too.
Yeah. Coming through out of the corner with that Falcon kick just to drain the rest of that Arsene meter, and in the corner once again, but great cancel though on the up B to just avoid the ledge altogether. Fantastic timing mix up from Ravenking.
What I love about that is that he was getting ledge trapped so hard in the last game. He said, I have something you've probably never seen before. That tether cancel was so slick, especially confirming into a full combo. But Sirdank was able to get the first stock. Let's see what the punish is for that up B, because he is not afraid to go for those out of shield.
It is the, I'd rather go 0 for 30 than 0 for 9 in these up Ds. That means you lost confidence. And he is not afraid, no matter how many times these up Bs whip. He is going for them time and time again. But Ravenking's really making him pay for it. Has not gotten back to the stage since that one up B, and he's dying for it.
Yeah, incredibly deep in the bottom left corner, finding that backer. Super smart from Ravenking. I like the cross up to extend that combo even further, so he's definitely coming alive here.
That down air, just a really underrated move from Joker. Base Joker, like, it kills off the side. It's really good for starting tech chases. The creativity that's come out from Ravenking throughout this set has been so fun to watch.
You really can tell they play so much. They're both just trading jabs back and forth. Oh, God, ending it with the neutral air again. And an excellent punish, knowing that Ravenking needed that horizontal momentum to use those guns to come back. Again, Sirdank really just firing on all cylinders here and doing such an exemplary job of punishing Joker's otherwise really, really strong disadvantage.
They're both firing on all cylinders, it feels like. They're both pulling out all the stops. They're going for a lot of really interesting options that you're not going to see in the typical set for, so we don't play very often.
Right. This is like 35 layers of Yomi deep. Like, these are people that know everything about each other. They know each other's social security number. Like, they're in there with these reads, dude.
They're basically roommates at that point.
Yeah.
Know everything about you.
They were roommates.
They were roommates.
Okay, another...
Dude, did you say you were going to load the dishwasher?
When
we came to the tournament.
It's your turn on the chore wheel. You know, you gotta do this.
The chore wheel. Not even chore charge, it's a chore wheel. Right. What am I going to do today?
Exactly. All right, Ravenking, not looking great, getting dared at 80. That is the worst feeling from Captain Falcon, because you know your fate is sealed. I said it earlier with Cal. It's just like dog that's accepted his fate JPG. We're just like, you already know what's coming. Like, that's the crazy thing about this character is, like, he has so many amazing low percent combos, but he has several kill percent combos. He has several kill combos at, like, those mid percents, like 60, 70. Like, dare, nair one, all these things just lead to knee, and I mean, Sirdank wasted no time, so yeah, we're up 2-0 now.
Well, it was just a really close back and forth game too. It didn't look like it. It was a JV2 at the very end, just how we got that automatic conversion. And that's what it really tells the story about how these guys' games go. Ravenking is pulling out all the stops. He's playing so well, but he's down 2-0.
Yes.
It's just so hard. The dank experience, man, no matter how many times you experience it, he's taking you for a ride.
Right. It's one of those things where, like, none of this feels real, but you see it happen, and you're like, well, it must have been a fluke. But I've been watching Sirdank all day, and this ain't no damn fluke. Like, he's really, really consistent with these punishes.
He's also a fantastic player. He really makes the most of the risk reward that Captain Falcon has, and he knows when he needs to step back, play patient like he has with those ledge traps when Arsene is out. And you know he's down, he gets that nair. That nair will take it off the side on those small blast zones of Town and City.
The really crazy thing, too, is, like, Arsene back here on Town and City feels like a nightmare, but him being able to utilize that rage and finish it off with that nair was so smart. Such a great way to use the stage you've been counterpicked to. So, great play from Sirdank right there.
You see also just spend almost all their games on Town. Whenever I popped on a Scrims VOD, they're always on Town here, but maybe Ravenking needs to rethink this counter pick here. Just barely holding on that side and getting that ledge trump up air of all things.
Yeah. Literally pulling that stock out of the jaws of hell. That looks so difficult there. Forced to recover, and with, oh, thank goodness, Arsene ran out just in time. Because that Arsene recovery against Captain Falcon sounds really, really easy to edge guard. So Ravenking got another couple of chances here, but has yet to find an opening. Nair one into Bear still works at 130. That's crazy.
And it's so safe, too. That Nair on shield, man, like, it just confirms forever.
Yes.
But going for that up B again, no one home once again, but not getting punished for it this time. Going to that high platform on town. Loves this layout for that reason. Arsene coming out here just in a little more time, but will he be able to get out this corner? He does. He really needs to make the most out of this Arsene once it comes into play.
He really, really does. All right, we have it here. I haven't seen him go for like a lot of side Bs, and maybe it's riskier than I think it is, but that's just so much free passive damage in a character that's just like willing to rush you down at all costs. So maybe I'm tripping, and obviously they played a lot. I don't know. Maybe they know better, but hopefully you can find some ways to even up some percent here. Using the guns, kind of making it happen, but we need to see something really explosive.
Got an unfortunate hit of that down air. Could have confirmed the up smash. Didn't matter though. Without, I think he probably mashed jump out of that second hit of the down air. Cost him his stock there, but now Ravenking eating the NFL football dash attack there to even things back up.
You got Jason Kelsey right there. It's just like, okay.
Jason Kelsey, he's an offensive lineman.
You know I don't know. You know I have no idea.
Who's your Ohio State? Who's your Ohio team?
Pass.
Pass.
Oh,
better not
Bengals.
be the Browns. That's
The
all I'm
Bengals.
saying.
The Bengals. Bad.
Dang, all right, good choice. We love Joe Burrow. He actually plays Smash.
Yeah, he's an S main. He should be in this top 8.
He is an S name. You're right. Yeah. But
He should have been in Cruise.
But Ravenking still holding on a slight lead here. In the corner once again, though, I love the slide off there just to get out of that situation entirely. And Arsene is coming out to play here once again.
Ooh.
Ravenking trying to find his first game in this set. But now you're off stage. This is almost a hindrance off stage in this matchup. But up tilt for some big damage, put him in a bad spot. And
nice.
Gets the down smash. Dude, his conversion rate on these up Bs gotta be in like the teens.
Yeah, it's insane, dude. I was gonna say like that up tilt is like that's a good punish, but you're playing Serdank, you need a great punish at this point. The down smash was a much stronger punish because you're not going to get that many big punish opportunities generally against Serdank. I feel like Ravenking is especially good at navigating that up B, like you said. But yeah, you got to close these stocks out fast because Falcon does not give you extra chances.
I imagine too, like also with like when Falcon lands on the ground after the up B, he may be too low to get like a fair one confirm. So when he got that first opportunity, it wasn't going to kill just because of the high blast zone. So once he got that extra damage from the up tilt, gets that down smash, he knows he's clearing things out, and he gets that stock, and he keeps himself alive in this bracket, in this set. And now we're going to shrink the scenery down a little bit to this small battlefield, and Serdank's probably going to be trying to rush down Ravenking now.
For sure. Yeah, and you can tell that Ravenking is just like trying to slow the pace of the matchup down. The main thing you don't want to do is just get overwhelmed while Captain Falcon's running you down. So if you can control the pace, that's great. But so far, not looking so great. Serdank has done a great job of punishing Ravenking out of shield. He recognizes that he wants to slow it down, but he's still picking his shots and still getting that pressure out either way.
And just draining this Arsene meter with patience, and then gets the Nair 1 knee out of nowhere. Ooh. Just taking a sweet time on that platform and just drops down when the time is right. Takes that side at 80%.
Y'all cannot keep whiffing against Captain Falcon. He will kill you. That was so
Get out of there.
He's only at 72. Had Arsene, everything was so cool. No, Nair 1, it comes for us all.
And Ravenking now starting to see him push the issue a little bit more. Knows he's down in this set, but Arsene is coming back already. It feels like he just left.
Right.
And he needs to find this stock and quick. Otherwise, Serdank's going to continue to just tag on this damage. Just an awkward situation there on that left platform.
Yeah, I think he was trying to read that he was going to like fall under the stage, guessed wrong. Oh, that could have been an up smash, possibly. Ravenking giving up some chances here. Like we were saying earlier, you can only give Serdank so many chances. So there's at least 2 different times I feel like he could have closed the stock out. Maybe this edge guard will do it. No, Ravenking goes way, way too low. And this is exactly what you need as Serdank, because now you're just like, all right, I think the pressure is on. Obviously, he's 1 game away from making it into that loser semis, so Ravenking has to like work so hard from here on out. And as a bonus, Arsene just ran out too.
And you're seeing him finally, as soon as that Arsene's about to run out, he's going for those side Bs like he brought up earlier with Arsene on deck, but wasn't able to push the issue and find that killing option. And now he's on a full stock here. Just needs to survive these up smashes. What do you do here, man? That jab 3 would have absolutely taken that down there. 1,000% will take that stock.
Ooh, that is so insane. All this momentum started from 1 Nair 1, and now 46% already here. Arsene back on deck. We almost saw Nair 1 knee again. This could be a 3 stock. Ravenking fighting back, getting that Arsene back here. Get off of me. Trying to at least get some semblance of control in this matchup because it is really spiraling out of his hands.
It also just feels like it's so hard to make a comeback in this matchup because you're about to lose Arsene. To be so careful with how you play around these hitboxes from Falcon. And now you're just stuck on the platform with that jab. I don't know how you bring this back from this far down.
I really don't either. Like, Joker he is a comeback character, but it's not like this. It's not one of those. It's not like a Wario thing where like, oh, you just need to up tilt to waft or something like that. Like, he still kind of has to work for it, as crazy as that is to say in this game. But yeah, 130. Arsene 1 or 2 hits away. We need to see a Gimp. I feel like Serdank has come back to the stage
And
free
that
a lot,
might
and that
just do it. But yeah, he's got the up B. Falcon's recovery is deceptively strong in this game. Just the amount of mobility we were talking about earlier on that horizontal drift. But so making it back, Arsene will pop here and just gets that jab 3, and that will not quite take it. But he's off stage. Looking for that nair, looking for a down air here. Oh, just barely surviving by a hair in that corner. But that dash attack, not quite taking it.
Wow, he is committed to survival here. Nair from coast to coast, nearly doing it 175%. Ravenking has to be so careful. Arsene running out, and he knew exactly when to just get the tether recovery back instead. Can't get jabbed, but you can't get upbeat either. Serdank takes it 3-1 over Ravenking.
And that's why you just keep shooting with that OP, man. No matter how many times it whiffs, you're winning the set, you're playing with confidence, and that will seal the deal after so many misses on those OPs throughout the set. Ravenking going home at 5th place, still a very strong showing, beating Anthony, who was the 2 seed today. A really strong showing. Serdank will move.